first of all, because this is a video, welcome to Firewater. This is the first episode, and I am Joshua.
Let's go!
I am Joshua Johnson, the host, and we will have our credits roll probably right now. Okay, so we're gonna start with Ondine.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Ondine? Excuse me, what?
Ondine. Okay.
We're getting into it.
So, you wake up in Kalina's tavern. What do you want to do first? It's just a normal. It's kind of a nice day. Still the clouds overhead. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain or storm or anything. Just the clouds.
Well, I was gonna head downstairs to meet with Violetta.
Okay.
She was gonna introduce me to that person.
Okay.
My notes are in another chair and I can't get to them, so I'm texting my brother to come get them. Because I literally have to crawl over everything in order to get out of where I'm at right now.
No, if you could see the setup that we have tables and cords and cameras and a ironing table. It's a mess. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh
man.
Okay, so you head downstairs, and so we're gonna go to Tyron. So you said you wake up in the morning and you're heading to the city, right?
Yeah, I just take care of some chores. I finish up the sheath I was doing.
Are
it
you
takes me 5
what?
minutes.
What are you?
I probably just had the slits to put it on my belt.
Okay,
like that, so.
What are you taking with you?
I'm probably just gonna be taking my rapier. I'm taking my money bag. I'm wearing my armor, which I'm gonna fix when I get to the city. I'm gonna look for an armor because I looked at it the other day and it's actually 15 because I'm wearing hide, which is 12 plus dex, but a max is 2, so my AC should be 14. So I'm gonna go buy a chain shirt and kind of punish myself in game by losing some funds to bring my AC up to the correct amount. So first thing I'm doing is I'm going to look for an armorer of some sort.
Okay, where'd my map go? I had a map here at one point. Okay. An armorer. So
yes.
you
probably be in like the market trader section thing.
The market trader section. Yes. So
kind of where I found the jeweler.
Yes. So it's gonna be in that area.
Awesome. So that is my spot where I'm going.
So you're going there to buy what?
A chain shirt, new. It's 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, do you have
Hopefully
50 gold pieces yet? I know you have more
Can
gold
I
pieces than the
buy-
rest
can
of
I-
everyone.
Can I buy a used set?
Notebook.
Can I buy a used? And also, that's for a human-sized chain shirt. I'm a very small person, so I don't know if any of these things work in my favor. I don't want a new set. That's the biggest.
What's your dex modifier? 3?
Today's.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could buy leather, and that might, but that'll still bring you to 14.
Yeah. So that's my biggest thing.
So you're looking for like a okay chain shirt?
a chain shirt that still gives the same amount of protection, but that is not a new set.
Okay.
I'm fine with
you
light
find
use
you
or
find a
stuff like
person
that.
at the marketplace, and they'll sell it to you for 45 gold.
For how many?
45.
45. 5.
Dude, armor's expensive,
what condition is
brother.
it in?
It's like
Yeah,
pretty. It's actually
I
pretty good
didn't
condition.
want
Like
new
it's not.
stuff.
It's not going to give you any kind of knock on
I'm like 3
your
adventures.
AC. Like it will be as it's a used piece of chain shirt that will still be 13 plus your dex.
All right. Well, I guess I will come back to that. I go to the tavern.
Okay.
Balls. Gosh dang it. 45 for
Yeah,
use? They don't
and
have like a. Ah, dang it. All right, whatever.
you could have.
Yeah, so I go to the tavern.
You could have actually like talked to him, but that's okay. Okay, so you go to the tavern. So
Well, what happened to my face when they said 45? I went. I just walked away. I was
okay,
done.
so
I need money for food and materials.
okay, so Ondine.
Yep, that's a new thing.
So Ondine, you walk downstairs and you're looking specifically for Violet, I guess.
Just see if she said she'd be there and introduce me. If she's not, then I'll just get breakfast.
Okay. So you see Kalina and Violetta. Caspian's not there. But both Kalina and Violetta are working, so you want to stop her?
Yes.
Good morning.
Violetta, you mean?
Yes.
Right.
So
Yep.
Violetta kind of walks over to you. Good morning. When are we going to be leaving?
Well, you were going to introduce me to your friend.
Ah, yes. I have not seen him yet. And about that time, the door swings open at some point in the morning. Are you going to eat breakfast while you're waiting?
Yes.
Okay. That would be... okay, where's my mouse?
Just a light breakfast.
A light breakfast. 2 several pieces. And that's like some fruit and cheese and just various stuff. And at some point, Tyron, you arrive at Kalina's. Is there anything specific? Are you going to eat, or you want to talk to someone?
I walk in, and so I see Violetta, and I see what do I see? Miriam.
Miriam, please describe your character.
Yes. So you see a young woman, probably mid to late 20s. She's kind of got tan skin, like she's been outside quite a bit. Her sleeves are rolled up. And you see kind of a light, it kind of transitions from skin tone to a little bit blue, these little like fin things on the ends of her arms or the sides of her forearms. And she's got kind of curly brown hair and green eyes, and she's kind of casually dressed, nothing exciting, just kind of pretty average attire. Yeah, and just kind of she's eating breakfast.
All right.
Okay, and Ondine, as you are talking with Violetta and eating your breakfast, Justin, please describe your character.
All right, so you see a 4 foot tall, long hair. Half of it's pulled up, half of it is let down. Hide armor, pieces of patchwork and things like that. Sleeves are rolled up, and on his right arm you see almost like if two pyramids, like a pyramid was elongated, and they were stuck base to base with a little like collar in the middle. The collar goes around his wrist, and the pyramid goes on either side, and it's a tattoo. And then beyond that, kind of where the sleeve rolls up, it keeps going up his arm. And then he has on a.
It's just Jacob coming on.
Oh, okay. He has a quiver of arrows on his right hip, and a short bow and a rapier on his back, and a dagger on his left hip. So, yeah.
And you're 4 foot tall. Do I recognize your race?
Make a
I don't look like the rest of my race, that's for sure.
That's fair, but
Okay.
there are not that many. There are not that many people who are short. Like, there's not that many races who are that are short.
That's fair.
So
that was one of my stipulations, so I had kind of limited options.
Make a history check.
Ooh, now we get to see the chops coming out. Let's see what you got.
I didn't test my die ahead of time.
You did this for the one shot too.
No, I really did. I did a one shot with my family. We did a quarantine family.
Cool.
One shot yesterday.
Yeah.
And yeah. 6.
Nope, you have no
You're
idea. You're not from here, so you don't know what
true,
kind
I
of
have not
race. You don't know what kind of race would be native to this area, or even this realm.
Okay.
Ooh,
Cool.
all right.
I know nothing about this.
I don't know any of this.
No,
Cool.
you
So
don't.
I walk up. I see Violetta, correct?
Yes, and Violetta's kind of with this woman that you see who's eating breakfast.
Cool.
Like, she
I walk
keeps
up,
checking in with her.
and I nod
And
to the woman.
Kalina, before you, like, when she sees you enter, like, she like waves for you to come over.
And I just bypass the Kalina and the woman, and I go straight over to Kalina.
Okay, you said Kalina twice, but I know what you meant.
Violetta and the woman, I'm sorry. And then I go straight over to Kalina.
And she pulls you into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
what were your findings from the item I found?
yes, I was looking and I talked to my connections, and you have come across PXE, which is Phantom Zalafar Elixir.
Whoa! Hold up. PXE?
PXE.
Phantom
Zalafar, which is XALIFAR.
Elixir?
Elixir.
Oh, jeez.
What you have found is its crystalline form. It is not quite legal in this area, but it has great potential for greatness, but a lot of danger involved with it.
It's like what is it ingested or what?
Yes.
What does it do once ingested?
It varies by the person. Do you want any of it back, or?
Yes, just like half of what I gave you. If I could
Okay.
get that back, please.
And
that
she
would
goes,
be,
and she has
terrific.
put it in a new vial thing, so that you can keep.
So I have one vial of PXE
Yeah,
on
you
me
have
right now.
one vial of crystalline PXE.
Crystalline.
It has to be dissolved into a liquid before consumed.
All right then. Results. Okay. All right then. Well, I will. Do you know where it originates? What it's? Do I know that even? Do I know anything about this?
Okay, let me find this. All right. Okay, I have this in my sheets.
Where's my dice? I'll do that. I'll use this one. I'll use
There
yes,
is
this would be good.
there is a chain of cities that have it involved, and they run in a line from east to west across Allewellian, starting with Roma and then Katana.
Roma,
Katana, which is this place you are now. Fayana. Crystalia, and Jada.
All right, and this is a narcotic of some kind, or what is the value of it to criminals?
Well, it has the ability with weaker individuals to cause them to be in a suggestive state in which you can mind control them.
How much of this substance is required to put them in a suggestive state?
The vial that you have should be about three times.
Excuse me. This vial is 3 uses.
Yes. It's a little bit bigger. It's not like this tiny. It's like a little. It's more like this.
Okay.
It's like a
I do some
6
very
inch
bad
tall.
quick math, and I go, well, this vial. How big were the boxes? Like
They were
this?
like good size. They were like a foot and a half crates.
Least. So creates suggestive state to mind control. Okay. You say 5 cities have a normal trade of this.
Just close it, maybe. Oh gosh.
You said 5 cities have a normal trade of this?
Well, the originators, the Phantom Gang, run it through those 5 cities, using other organizations. They are most heavily located in Roma and Jada, but they have other groups take care of it for them in places like Katana.
You said Jada and Roma were where they were primarily, correct?
Your mic is not on, but I see you. We see you now.
Okay, is it on now?
Yes, that's good volume.
Hey,
Oh my word!
Yay, guys.
Literally only took you like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it took us an hour and a half to get this set up.
Yeah, I'm on my mom's computer now. It must be just a Google Chrome thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right. And you said the Phantom Gang was mostly in Roma and Jada? Correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the information.
You're very welcome.
Kalina. Right? That's her name?
Kalina.
All right. All right. Well, I will.
Not Calliope.
Not Calliope.
I almost called her that 3 times during my one shot.
All right. Well, I was wondering if I could request one more of your terrific sandwiches.
Of course.
Thank you.
That was 3 silver pieces, right?
I think it was 2.
Okay, 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
course it was.
Dang right. I don't want to overpay on anything. That's why I didn't pay 45 gold pieces for armor. Also, I don't have that much money, so it wouldn't have worked out well.
That's true.
All right, then I just head out into the.
Okay. And Violetta, as soon as she
priest.
sees you, turns and like.
Pause.
Pause.
Someone pause it.
This isn't like a freaking video game.
So
Also, we're just seeing like his butt.
yeah.
It's all right, Josh. I don't think he's over 18. You can show that online. It's fine.
Sorry, what was it?
Okay.
What was that? What's up?
So as soon as you walk out and Violetta sees you, because when you walked in originally, she had her back to you, so she hasn't seen you yet. But as soon as she sees you, she rushes over to you. Did you hear? I got a job because of what you said.
You got a job where?
For the city. I'm one of their informants now. Because you put in a good word with my parents, and they said yes. And then because I helped you solve the case with Askiana, they decided that I had enough knowledge that I could help them. Also, I have someone I want you to meet.
Do you sell alcohol this early in the morning?
Oh, we do. Would you like some?
Could I please have an ale?
Very. That'd be 1 copper piece. Well, it depends on the quality. Do you want a good ale or a bad ale?
Medium.
Okay, 2 copper pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she goes and gets you some
I-
ale, or before she does that, she says, this is Ondine. She is putting together a group to do a bounty for the temple.
You are
Ondine, this is
crazy.
Tyron.
Why am I looking up?
Ondine, this is Tyron.
Tyron, I hear good things about you.
And she goes and gets your ale for you.
Okay, I shake your hand. Your name is Undine. Right?
Ondine, but yes.
Oh, it's an O?
Yes.
Whatever.
Right.
Y'all don't
then
know
I'll
how
just
stupid
start
I am.
messing up your name.
Please
you
do.
all have no idea what. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Bounty from the temple. What temple?
Ondine.
Oh, and D.I.
And
Yes.
Shoot is priest.
I-N-E.
I had already gotten over the fact that Justin was definitely going to misspell this.
No joke. I spelled it A-N-D or A-N-D-E-E-N.
Oh,
I
see,
mean,
I spelled it with an EA.
If you
Mm.
pronounce it correctly, it doesn't really matter because no one's looking at your notes.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to keep notes this time, so this is gonna be weird.
Yeah, no. I usually when I do my notes, I spell phonetically because then I actually know how to say it. Not
Yeah. All right. Bounty from the temple. What bounty from what temple? I'm new to this city, so I don't really know a lot.
Well, we could start a club on that too. I don't know much about the city either. But I went to the temple here in the city, the temple of healing, also known. I haven't color-coded. Darka. I haven't color-coded my notes yet. On some personal business, and found that they had a couple people taken from their presence. A couple of the priests had been kidnapped, and a holy relic had been taken. So I have offered my services, but I can't do it by myself. So I'm looking for a few people who might go with me. Some
You
muscle.
said priests were abducted?
Yes.
Was this during the night, or was it in the daytime from a meeting, or?
It was during the day, if I do recall correctly. I took a lot of notes.
No, it was during the night.
Just kidding, it was on the night shift.
The people who are missing wore the night watch.
Kidnapped.
I also got that information at separate times.
What kind of a temple is this? What kind of a temple is this if they need a night watch? Is it like
Well,
a museum or?
No, it's a temple of just healing in general, but they do have a holy relic. And so they were kind of just patrolling, making sure things are safe, but also it was their holy relic that was taken. And they have this like healing water, which is also what they protect.
And
And
this
so they don't want people taking their water and then distributing it all
Mm.
willy-nilly.
they want the monopoly on the precious
I
water.
don't know if I'd call it a monopoly. They want to keep it so that it doesn't just anybody controls it. You know what? You know what? I mean.
Right. So they want to be the only one in possession of the thing that everyone.
Sure. If that's how you want to see it, that's how it is. But either way, they're willing to pay 20 gold a person who can assist in finding out the exact fate of their people, and also where the holy relic. They would like that back.
Was this special water taken, or what was the relic?
No, the water wasn't taken. It was just the relic. It is a cloak of some kind that helps with healing. And so they would like it back. It's been special to their temple for a long time. And we've done the leader of their temple, and I did a little bit of recon, and we did find some of the stuff. His name is Declan. And we did find a trail, but it kind of went into some deep dark places that we didn't feel the two of us by ourselves could do. So I offered to find a few people to go help.
Deep dark places. In the city or outside of the city?
Under the city, to be exact.
Right. Well, where did you enter the under city?
The temple. I didn't go very many places, other than apparently where your handiwork. She did show me that, because another lead I was following, which also brings me to you, I ran into an associate of yours. His name was Malachi. He was very curious about you. He's now in prison, but...
okay, I'm going to pause you for a second. Tyron, you recognize the name Malachi because Malachi is one of the scouts of the Onyx Amulet Hunters Guild, who has been tracking you for quite some time.
Let me get another page open here.
Based off your face, I can tell that you're not fond of them, which is good because he's currently in prison. So...
Oh, the Onyx what?
The Onyx Amulet. Dang it,
Okay,
I'm slipping into an accent.
Scout for... I can't even write straight now, I'm so freaked out. For the...
Being followed would do that to you.
Onyx Amulet Hunters Guild.
Yes.
Yep. They may be involved, and they were following me, and so...
The Onyx Amulet was following you, is that correct?
Right, which, yes, he was.
Why was... How long...
Like an hour. Well, last night it was like an hour.
Right.
It's not following me anymore. Oh, well, he tried to kill me. Usually I put people in prison for trying to kill me. So, that's a fair reason, I'd like to think.
Why did he try to kill you? Where were you? He tried to kill you.
If I knew that, I wouldn't have just imprisoned him. Right. Well, he gave me some information. That's all I know. What he did? Why did he say he was following me? He didn't really say.
I believe it was because you were discussing Tyron.
Oh, that's right. I don't really remember how he knows that, but yeah, I said your name, and so he started following me, and I didn't, and then he tried to kill me, and I don't take kindly to that.
I have
and Violetta pitches in. Actually, technically, he attacked us after I tried to tackle him, and it didn't work that well. But it's all It's all, yeah.
Seems that you and Tackling are not friends. Tried that when we were on a
No,
well.
you'd think I would learn my lesson.
Practice.
Also, Violetta's accent will literally change every single episode. I
Yep.
just want that to be clear for everyone
Cheers.
because it's been different in all 3 one-shots and now here now.
Do French people say cheers? I think you need to like reference check that. I don't think they say cheers. I think
No, we
it's more
don't.
like like every time you drink something. So there you go. Oh gee.
Only part of Little Mermaid I really pay attention to.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's the best part. All right. Well, yes, I have something the Onyx Amulet dearly wants, and
Oh, he did say something about that you took something they want back, and so they were looking for you.
did he perchance tell you what it was?
No. I don't think he did. I think he just told me you took
He
something.
didn't tell you.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
No,
Well,
I mean, really, that's matters of your own affairs. I don't need to know if I don't need to know, unless it gets me killed, and then I'll care. I just need to know if I can use you to complete a task that may very well be tied to the Onyx Amulet, because inside the room of one of the missing men, I did find a calling card of the Onyx Amulet that is used as a threat.
inside what room?
Of one of the missing priests.
Right. And what was the
Is it
calling
the
card?
accent, or are you just a little?
What was the calling card?
It's an Onyx Amulet calling card. Is what I was told.
It had an Onyx Amulet on one side, and on the other side it said Onyx Amulet.
Right, so that's what it was. I'd have it in my notes, but like I said, they're not color coded.
All right, that's pretty self-explanatory. I need to write that down. All right. Is he just in the guardhouse?
Oh, they took him to the Katana Hall to stand trial for attempted murder to accounts. Me and Violetta and I, if we're using proper English. Violetta and me, if we're using proper English.
All right, that is
proper common.
Aluelian common.
We're probably using Aluelian common right now.
Yes, aluminium.
Aluenian.
Right? Aluelian.
Aluelian. Yeah, there you go.
All right. You can use me. I will be back in just a moment. And I run to the guardhouse.
Right.
The guardhouse or Katana Hall?
No, the guardhouse.
Okay. You walk in, and Tomas is there.
Tomas, good to see you again. Captain Tomas, I'm sorry.
You as well.
What are the chances that I was told you yesterday, a man named Malachi, a scout for the Onyx Amulet. What are the chances that he will be convicted and kept in Katana for the attempted murder of an acquaintance of mine?
Well, currently he is detained, and he will be put on court as soon as Governess Zelia returns.
Governess Zelia. And she is the lawmaster, the judge.
Yes, she will decide all of the cases. Until the case has been opened, no one is allowed to have contact with them.
So he is being held securely, no visitors.
Yes.
Do I know if the Onyx Amulet resorts to blackmail? I assume they do. I just Black is willing to blackmail and like, are they essentially a thieves guild?
Yes, they are mercenaries, hunters of creatures and men.
Okay. I don't like this at all. All right. Well, I would, if you would take a suggestion from someone that has seen the Onyx Amulet work in many cities, I would recommend rarely having the same guard on him at any given time. He can be very persuasive when he wants to, and as skilled as your men are, I do not think they can resist the threats or offers of the Onyx Amulet. Should he attempt to persuade them to let him out, or
I
something of the
understand.
sort.
I will pass that information along.
Thank you. And I leave.
Okay.
I go back to the tavern and I sit down and I eat my sandwich and I drink my ale.
Okay. Anything else? All right, because you guys are going to return to the temple, yes? Is that your next course of action? Is there anything
Yeah.
else you want to do before that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Get my stuff. That's it.
Okay. So Violetta and Ondine and Tyron make their way to the temple. You get to the doors and make a perception check on your way there.
Well,
Natural one.
13.
Okay.
Not a good way to start the night.
13.
Can we do
Violetta's perception is... She got an 11.
Yeah,
So,
and my passive is 10 too.
yeah. So, Violetta and Ondine notice that there is a large amount of smoke coming from the area that you guys would recognize as the place where you went and visited that there had been the passageway underground. There's a lot of smoke coming from that area.
The
Is
house.
this the passageway underground that I was at?
Yes.
Yes, but you don't know that it's there.
I assume you guys point the smoke out to me.
Oh, I look at Violetta. Oh, she's not with me, is she?
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
no,
Violetta's with the two
Yeah,
of you.
the three of
That's
us.
right. That's right. Looks like they closed the passage like they said they were going to.
I agree. There's not much anyone can do now. So,
Excuse me, what?
You seem a little lost. Yes, so the passageway that you found, the person's house, we went back there. I was trying to get a bit more clues in what I was doing, and found that I was listening through a little crack in the floor, and they said there were something about they were moving boxes and something about closing it off, so that people couldn't follow them into the rest of the tunnels. And I'm guessing that's what the smoke is.
Right. Okay, so if I go to the house and I kind of visualize underneath where the house was and where the rest of it was, can I remember about where the tunnel would have split off?
make an intelligence check.
Like 15. So 14.
So, like, where
I'm a little slow,
underground,
guys.
like, you're trying to find, like, where on the ground the tunnel would be directly below you.
Yeah, so as I pace it out, I just go kind of from where the ladder was. I would just kind of pace down to where I think the wall is, and then I would pace over, and I would try and kind of figure out where the corner is at the very least. Where, because like you said, the room was a box like this.
Yes.
Josh.
Yeah, so you can locate it, but the location where you know that it would be is like you're standing and you're just looking up at an 8-foot wall of that guard, because the wall of the city goes around, but there's also another wall that comes around the temple of the city. And so
Goes around the what of the city? Sorry.
the temple that's located in the city.
So the tunnel goes
So you
towards the
find so that the tunnel goes under that wall. But in order to get there, like there's like fire, like it's kind of burning, and like it's by this point it's kind of smoldered a little bit, and so it's just a lot of rubble and stuff, and so it's a little hot to go stand like right there, but you can from kind of a distance go, that is where the tunnel would go underground.
How far did I think it went? As I was looking down the tunnel, how far do I think it went?
Did you look
Just
down
as
the
a
tunnel?
rough estimate.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
I did. I did once. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't.
No, you didn't, because you never went over to that other
I
side.
didn't cross the river of
No.
Dick. Crap.
So you have no idea. So do
You
you guys?
said you only listened to the crack, correct? You only listened to the crack. You did not actually see the room.
Well, I saw they were moving boxes, but I didn't go down because it was just the two of us, and I'd already been in a scuffle.
And it
No,
was
I
locked,
haven't.
and the key was visibly on the
That's why
ground
I
on the other
didn't.
side.
You dropped the key, from what I understand. So I didn't.
did. That I did.
Yes. So I
At my
didn't go
finest
because
moment.
of that.
All right.
I hadn't been in a fight yet. I lied. The night's kind
Not
of
a good habit.
mostly if it's intentional.
Fair. All right.
Right. Not much we can do about your problem right now, but we can do something about mine, and they might end up meeting in the middle.
That is
Your
correct.
stuff's underground and my stuff's underground. It all might, wind together in some
My stuff
crazy
is
manner.
kind of underground. I can go with it. I have some curiosities about underground. Also, I'm curious to see what the Onyx M has to do with all of it. So, lead the
Right.
way. And I just follow behind her.
Okay,
By
we're gonna cut for a second so I can stop the recording and then start it again.
That's
Okay,
good.
so you guys make it to the temple. The doors are open. You kind of, Ondine, you see Indigo and Declan and some of the same people. The person that you specifically talked to the night before when you had Malachi,
Mm-hmm.
her name is Azura,
Azura.
Azura. And you see her and just some other various people around. Do you want to approach anyone in particular, or
Declan.
I let them do their thing. I walk into the temple.
You just walk into the temple, the building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Declan kind of sees you and walks over and then kind of like watches as Tyron like just passes by the entire courtyard of all the people and walks into the building. So, he turns back to you. Are you ready to go? Is that one of the people who's coming with us?
Yes, it is. I'm not really sure much about him, so I apologize in advance for his rude behavior. I don't know where he was raised. That might have been a barn. So I got. He is one of them, though. I was hoping for one more, but he was outside the city, so I might have Violetta run that errand for us.
And Violetta looks at you. Tyron was outside the city.
Oh, well, who was the salt and peppered haired guy you told me about?
Okay, I need you all to make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Me too? Because I'm in the thing.
No, I guess you don't make a perception check.
All right. I just want to look around the building. I want to look. Do they have like a meeting hall, like a sanctuary type of a thing?
You are in the sanctuary right now. You're
Awesome.
just
I
looking
wanna look
around. You
around.
see two large staircases that go up to an upper level. It's very large. There's like some plants, potted plants and stuff around, and it kind of looks like there's some pillars in the middle and stuff. And it kind of looks like this is kind of an area to like meditate and find like calm. There's there's like stone benches around and stuff, and there's some various like priests that mill about. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I want to look for any languages. Is there any inscribings, any tapestries, do they have any like holy books laying around that I can just like pick up and just leaf through?
No, and you're looking around and you don't see anything that denotes like a religion or a certain belief. There's no books. It looks like this is just a place for healing, as you have heard. Okay, we're going to cut back to Miriam. What was your perception check?
At that point, I just walk out.
Okay.
I probably spend like 3 or 4 minutes.
Then make a perception check.
12.
Okay, 12. Ondine, what was yours?
10.
Jacob, please describe your character. So you see this figure sitting. It's like later morning, so you've already made your way down to the temple.
Okay, but like, what time of day is it? Like, what time?
What time did you guys get up? Was it like 9?
7:45.
7:45. Okay.
And
So
I was like 8:30.
we're
So
looking.
it was probably about 9.
We're looking at like 8:30.
Okay.
The temple didn't like opened like within the last half hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've been meditating and stuff, so.
Mm.
So you're just sitting in the courtyard.
Cool.
Please describe your character. They rolled a 10 and a 12.
So where am I located? So we're at the. I have my map.
So they have come in. You're like at a bench under a tree.
Josh,
like on the north side of it.
Sorry.
Like on the north side of the. Yeah, that's why I had my mic muted for a while. So we're on the north side of the temple-ish area. Okay. Actually, so is there a tree near me?
You're under a tree on a bench.
Okay, I'm gonna be in the tree.
Okay.
So you. So a 10 and a what?
That
12.
moment when a DM says, "Yeah, you're here," and you go,
Okay.
For Miriam, can you give me your name just so I can write it in my notes?
Okay, yeah. For my so my character's name is Physt, Physt. And so you see Physt sitting in a tree, not like cross-legged or anything like super rigid. It's fairly relaxed. You know, it's backed up against the bough of the tree. He's got one leg's dangling down. That's probably why you're able to see him. And he just has his eyes closed. He's doing a very focused breathing. You see him kind of moving his arms around in these weird shapes. You don't really know if it's what it is or what it's doing. Possibly he doesn't even know what he's doing. You see, he's barefoot, but there are linen wrappings that are wrapped around his foot and in between the toes, very tightly, but not like crazy tight. It's like more of like a supportive thing. And the linen wraps go up the legs all the way almost to the knee, but like just above mid thigh or mid calf, sorry, whatever that is. And then at that point, there is these like fairly baggy, but not like crazy baggy pants. Kind of like what's that?
Harem pants?
Kind of like my Saturday pants, but like a little bit looser than that. They don't have any pockets or anything like that. There's like maybe a little bit of lacing on them just to like run up the sides of them. And then there's a leather overcoat that appears to have been like hemmed off at the sleeves. So my character is sleeveless, but has linen wrappings on his hands, interwoven in the fingers, and then wrapped up the forearm. And then you can see fairly tanned skin, a little bit more than usual than you'd expect on a person. Almost like a sunburn, like I am now, but like it's like really tanned. Long hair, dreads they're black. And there is about 5 strands of his dreads that are pure, like silvery white, that run along the middle, and on the very tipped edge. Actually, you guys rolled a 12, so the highest was a 12 or a 13.
12.
Okay, so then you don't see that. He has a fairly well-kept beard and mustache that's fairly long. Looks to be about maybe a year's worth of growth, year and a half maybe. But it seems that it's been shaped and it's been like well-maintained. And he has on his mustache area here, it goes into a braid, which has jade, like a jade or a turquoise colored beads. And you can see little beads kind of reflecting light in his hair on some of his dreads here and there. Maybe pieces of things in there. It's just kind of like this weird vibe, really.
Kind of like he took his hair and he just smacked it into a pile of gems, and they just came up sticking.
Kind of. I mean, there's some order to it. It's not like a lot of stuff or anything like that. And so the dreads are half of it. The top half is pulled back. There's about 3 or 4 strands that are kind of hanging in his face, and the rest is running down his back. And they're fairly long. They're not like crazy long, but leather overcoat, which is about to his knee. So it's like a waistcoat, but longer. Thick, heavy leather, but appears to not like fit very well. It's like it's 2 sizes too big, but I mean it works. It like doesn't get in his way. It's pretty loose. Underneath that, you can barely see that he's not wearing a shirt, but he's wearing like this vest that like doesn't really connect in the front, so it's just kind of open. And there's a sash around his waist, and I think that'll do for now.
I walk under the tree and I just stare up at him.
My eyes are closed, so.
And then I sit down on the bench.
So Declan is talking to Ondine. So would you like to begin? Is this our group?
It is. I just have a question, real quick. I'm assuming folks with wings are not super common around here.
Can you say that again? I was talking to Jacob.
Oh, folks with wings aren't common around here.
No.
Affirmative.
That is fair.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, for the people who are here that haven't met Declan has he's like just like pale, like not super pale, but just like white-ish, and he has these 2 white horns that come out of the top of his head and arc backwards, and they slowly turn black into the tips. He has kind of short, like really dark hair that's kind of brushed over to the side. He's wearing just some like generic robes, and has some wraps around his hands and his feet and stuff like that. And he has these 2 angelic wings that just come out from his back.
Okay, so I'm going to amend my walking past description a minute ago.
Okay.
I walk past, and as I do, they both would hear a little ugh, come out of my mouth as I walk by. And then I would have gone in, and then I would have come out, and then I would have sat down.
Well, this is gonna go well.
We got a race.
Yeah. not quite.
And
quite.
His appearance, and you would have seen him when you came in and got into the tree. Actually, you wouldn't have because he would have been somewhere else. But are you gonna open your eyes at any point, or okay? Then I won't worry about that. So he kind of angelically glows, but not like he's not like exuding radiance. He's just like he has like you look at him and you're like he looks kind of holy, but I'm not sure. So and at this point, Indigo approaches and walks up.
I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick. Keep doing yours.
Okay. Are we ready?
Oh, hang on. Really quickly, Miriam, can you describe me your character? Because my audio was down when you guys were describing characters.
Yeah. So, she's not a very like interesting looking. She seems pretty.
Actually, I would like to
unassuming.
amend that just really quickly. She has similar facial structure to that of Tashea and Desconda. Yes.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my face is like just a little bit long and like fine features, but not anything that's like super noticeable. The most distinguishing thing that like other than like my clothing is really unassuming, really like earth tones. My shoes are kind of a fun.
No! She's gone. Ah, oh, dang it.
Wait.
Are you guys still there?
We're still here. You disappeared. We heard your shoes are, and then you're gone. We can't see you, but we can see your icon and hear you.
Okay, am I back?
There we go. Yep.
There you
That's
are.
really weird. It just all of a sudden my whole page closed. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It told me you wouldn't be able to hear me. And I was like, it's so lying to me.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
lying.
yeah, everything just like went black and I couldn't see you guys. So I thought maybe I got kicked from the server.
No, you're still here.
And then all of a sudden it's like, we've detected a new device. Do you want to switch to it? No. Why now? Yes. So I'm wearing really like natural tones and things, but then I've got kind of like fun shoes on. And then also the other distinguishing characteristic is like her skin is kind of a darker tan color, not like super dark, but definitely has spent a lot of time outside. But from there kind of come off these slight fins from her forearms that are kind of just a light blue. They like transition from skin tone to blue at the tips. And she's kind of got curly, like brown hair. And she wears kind of a coat that is not quite all the way to her feet. It's a longer one. And then she's got a strap across her chest that kind of holds her gear and stuff in place. And she carries a crossbow on her back. And that's really it. She doesn't look particularly interesting.
How long
Okay,
is
what was? Oh, who?
Her hair, it's like shoulder length. It's just really curly.
Wait, so what do you mean when you say fun shoes? I was kind of confused with that.
So
Is
like,
it, are they like a color?
Yeah, so it's like one of the only like spots of color on
Oh,
her.
okay.
And they're just I haven't decided the color. What am I
Okay, yeah,
gonna
that's
decide?
fine.
Right.
So
They
just like it's
are-
kind of like plain, and then all of a sudden you have neon shoes.
Yeah, just have these like shoes that
Okay.
are just kind of funky.
Okay.
So yeah. She needed a little character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Well, I guess yeah, I would need this. So, Justin, really quickly
Magenta.
describe your character because magenta. Okay.
I'm deciding right now.
Okay. Justin, describe your character really quick as soon as that way when my character opens his eyes, he knows what you guys look like. Because my audio was down when you guys were describing characters.
You see leather, like just hides and things like that. He has these mittens on a strap going around the front of his chest. He has a rapier and a short bow slung over his back. He has a quiver of arrows on his right hip, a dagger on his left hip, and long, kind of wavy hair going to about the bottom of his shoulder blades. Half of it's pulled up, very much an Uhtred look. And yeah, I figured you'd get that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He looks like he has a small sack on the side of his belt. Looks like kind of like his money bag. But other than that, yeah, pretty simple.
Okay.
Doesn't really have a pack or anything on.
All right. Sounds good. All right, that's good to know. Now that that's out of the way again. Go for it, Josh. It's all you.
Okay. So Indigo approaches. Are we ready?
Oh, almost. I was asking Declan a question about the wings. were you out, like, in the city last night?
No, I was here all night.
Right, so that's probably another problem for another day. There was a dark winged figure sitting on the fountain in the middle of the bazaar. But like I said, one problem at a time. I'm assuming that's a problem. Maybe that's normal, actually. Is that normal?
Did these features resemble that of the Nelael you battled yesterday?
Right, it was far away. I can't say. It just was dark and wingy. So I thought I'd ask if it was you.
How far away am I? Do I hear this conversation?
That's a good point.
Well, like because you're coming back, so you might catch the tail end of this conversation. So
He said that he walked over and
You
sat
fought Nelael as well.
so you went and sat under the tree.
Uh-huh.
So
I
they're like
wouldn't be within earshot.
you might be within earshot, but with your perception, you are not within like you don't hear anything.
with me.
Right. Okay, never mind. I'll just...
You're distracted by the dude above you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
um,
really, like, wow, that
and-
guy looks hardcore.
yeah, and just to
That's
describe
fair. That's fair.
to describe Indigo, she has darker
Oh,
skin.
it's a chick. Okay.
She has like cornrow braids down both sides, and everything's pulled down. She has some like purple feathers kind of put into her hair. Her eyes are like a light lavender color, and she's wearing like monk priest garb. That's kind of uniform among everyone you're seeing. So about this time, Tyron, your spider sense goes off.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
His Peter tingle.
Stop calling.
How about my tyrant?
Tyrant
Okay.
tingle.
Where?
It's TT.
So behind you,
I
about
fucking hate this city. I already hate this city.
20 feet.
20
Welcome
feet?
to me for the last campaign, jerkface.
Does this thing pick up?
What's 20 feet away from me, behind me to my left?
Are you you're turning around?
I'm stuck in the table.
Heck yeah.
So you start to see this black tear, and it shreds down to the ground, and then opens
everybody.
up.
Come on. Come on. And
And
my bow's up and an
you
arrow's
see a panther, but it's like a really large panther. Not a
It's a rare
moorbounder.
panther.
And it kind of like crawls out and looks around, and has a saddle on it, and on the saddle is a man wearing a dark coat that goes, because he's sitting, so it goes almost to the base of the large panther, and his eyes
long
are
coat.
jet black, and he
I don't like this.
let's see, he is wearing like not like anything super elaborate like armor wise, but he kind of like looks around, and then kind of snaps his fingers, and all over like your tingle goes off like 5 or 6 times. A lot around the
like 20 feet,
like
like close.
varying lengths. Like some are closer, some are farther. And
So I
Undine,
kind of drop down to one knee and I just go, "Ah." And then I look around again.
okay, and Undine, you see one of those black orbs with jet black eyes just psst, right
Not
next to
this
you.
again.
And you see, as you look around, you see 2 more of those in the courtyard. And where is it? And you see one larger creature come out with the dark wings that kind of matches the description that you would have
That
seen.
would be what I was talking about.
I look at Ondine. What? Are we shooting? Are we killing? What's happening?
I don't know.
And
I look at the dude with the black eyes. Introduce yourself.
Okay, how loud was all this?
I mean, like,
I snapped and I
Timon
told everybody
was
to
kind of
circle up.
yelling a little bit. So, like, we'll say that you.
So, like, was a fabric in time space continuum opened up, or what was this tear thing? Like, how loud of a thing?
It kind of resembles what the portal that you traveled through would have looked like when they sliced it with the knife.
Okay, so what time is it right now?
It's like
9:30.
9:30.
We established.
Okay, so yeah, Fist is gonna go ahead and just be like, "Oh," and my eyes are gonna snap open, and I'm gonna assess the situation.
Okay.
And I see a short person by the tree in front of me or below me.
I'm about 15 feet away from the tree, and I'm basically turned around to look kind of behind. So you're basically here in my vision, and I'm looking that way.
Okay.
Over someone over there.
So can I see in the tree? How well hidden am I? If I'm not very well hidden, I would like to hide at this point in the tree.
You would like to hide?
Like I'm like just gonna like maneuver myself to where I can see them, but they can't see me.
Roll a stealth check.
Sounds like that's a very big die.
It's my new metal.
He has metal ones.
It's metal ones now. So hang on, I gotta do math. It's been a while. 22.
It's been a while.
22.
Dang,
Okay,
Yes.
you feel pretty good about that. Okay, Ondine, anything that anyone wants to do?
Oh, I took darts off that person yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I just pull out some darts
Okay.
from my pocket.
I think I might know where you're going with this.
I'm not gonna waste my bolts on this crap.
And the man on the
large panther,
Panther.
creature kind of looks around and yells out in a language that none of you speak.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, none of you
Not
speak
any
this
of
language.
my
Nope,
4,
none
5,
of you.
Not any
None
of my
of
6?
you speak
I have
this.
6 languages.
And
None of
apparently
them.
not one we know.
Do you know Arcanic?
Didn't even know that was an option.
Yep. Okay. So you don't know, and then all of the dark creatures in the courtyard move towards someone. I want you all to roll initiative.
Okay. Which die? Jacob, I can't give you the assassin die. Because we're not in person.
That's fine. These new dices work pretty well for me. Dices? Die.
Go, baby.
However you. I rolled a natural 20. I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
These dice work pretty well for me.
No.
Oh, yeah, natural 20. Oh,
but it's going to be like me in the last campaign where almost all of your natural 20s come on things that don't really matter that much. It's not going to be an attack roll.
I have gotten a natural 20 in comp.
Yeah. I did too, but they were all ones.
Okay. 25 to 20.
Modified 20.
Okay, 20.
Dang, we're all high up there.
Ah, crap. I forgot there's other... Okay, hold on.
Don't use a pen.
23 is Fist.
No, he's using it.
I forgot to roll for people.
My stat sheet is blue because it's all pen, but it's all those friction erasable pens.
Okay, and Justin, what is yours?
18.
18.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all got pretty nice up there. 20, whatever Jacob got, 20.
23.
You
Okay.
got 23. Okay, that's what I thought.
Let's see. Oh, crap. There's also Violetta. Okay, I need to roll for
Violetta.
Violetta.
Yeah, I keep turning off my mic because I don't want the double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Violetta has a 21.
Dang.
Jake, I think there's an option in the mic setting to do push to talk. So if you want to talk, you just click, I think, your mouse, and it'll let you speak or something like that.
Declan rolled an 18.
Okay, hang on. Let me look for this.
Dang, dude.
And Indigo rolled a holy crap an 18.
Let's go, baby.
But you know what the thing is?
My
If
deck
But
is
she
not
only
very
rolled a
good.
13, so
because it's not going to change anything.
okay. And then hold on. Where? Oh, and Azura.
Jeez, there's a lot of people.
I know. Okay, that's a 13.
You'll learn pretty quick to kind of pare that down.
I know, but there's a lot of people here, so okay.
Okay, wait. Can you hear me?
Right now, no.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, wait. Yeah. So can I? Okay, there. Now I'm doing push to talk. So this.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
so this is
Yeah.
complicated. Okay, first up, Fist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
First.
get it, boy.
First things
Get it, boy,
first.
get it.
I need to know.
First
Do
things
we?
first, how about really?
What's? How many can I see? And where are they? Like
Okay,
relation
so
to me, like distance wise.
you look
Do you-
around, you can see about 20 feet from you is this guy on a panther thing. Okay, and then like, so that's over here, and then over here there's like this black orb. Over here next to everyone else is another black orb. Over here is this winged creature. Over here is a black orb, and then right here is this really ghostly creature that doesn't have like a bottom half. Which, Ondine, you would recognize this as the same type of creature.
And I'm
The
just
thing-
like right next to Fist, correct?
Well,
Or
you said you're about
but I'm
15
right next
feet
to
away, which would put you
He's-
actually.
Well, he said that he's like. Well, first of all, how high is a tree that I'm in?
So the trunk is like 10 feet, so you're like. Yes, you're
Let
like
me put it this
15
way.
feet up.
I would not have moved within 15 feet of any enemies if I could have.
Okay, so you.
Before we rolled initiative, I
Okay,
would have
so you
tried
moved
to stay at least
closer
15
to
feet.
like the rest of them, because there's Declan and Violetta and Ondine and Violetta are all together.
Yeah.
There's a black
You
orb
said
right
Violetta
next to
twice.
them.
Yep, I moved a little
Indigo,
towards them.
Indigo and Violetta. Oh gosh, that's going to be really complicated. Um,
all these color names.
I know. And then
I mean, he did it for
Azura
himself, you guys. You
Azura
can't
is
feel that bad
closer
for him.
to like the really ghostly one. And like there's some other people, but they're irrelevant right now. So
So the and so the people haven't like said anything, right? These bad people, and somehow we're already in combat.
well, the
now.
bad people said something that you don't understand.
Oh, that's true. And then a lot more bad people showed up.
No, they just all
Correct.
moved for you.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh, did we recognize that they moved towards him, or did they moved in?
No, they moved towards all of you.
right.
Oh.
They just like, it was like go time.
You gather probably what he said was like kill them or something, like get them or something like
It was
that.
hostile.
Cool. That's all I need to know. I don't feel so bad for doing this anymore.
Also, when you're not talking, you should not press to talk.
Right. Probably not. Okay, so I'm trying to come to my chain of thought here. So the reason I'm asking this is because I would like to cast Bane on the big baddie.
Ooh.
You can cast Bane on 3 people, I think.
Oh, can I? I don't care. Yeah,
If
cool.
you
Let me
can
pull up
cast
Bane.
This level, I think it's 3 people.
Yeah, it's 3 people. It's a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, 3 people make a charisma saving throw.
If it's not a modified version.
So many sheets. Okay, so Bane. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. So they have to be within 30 feet of you. So you could target, like within 30 feet of you, there's a black orb, the guy, and what he's riding.
Yeah, those three.
Okay. What are their charismas? I only have like 35 of these stat things open.
Well, you did it to
Something.
yourself, so.
Okay, wing. That's not
I
gonna
think he
do
knows.
that.
I'm never gonna stop reminding you.
I know.
It's just too fun.
So that's a 0.
Okay.
So the black orb is baned.
It's always my favorite thing.
That's
get
a
his zero total.
14.
That succeeds, actually.
Okay, so the mount succeeds, and that's a 6. Okay, so you have baned the
Hey.
black orb and the guy.
Okay, cool. So that's an action, correct?
Yes.
As my bonus.
Are you just gonna stay there, or
Remember to push to talk, so the rest of us can hear you too.
he's just thinking?
Yeah. I'm really just thinking.
He's just thinking noises. Violetta. Oh, okay. So it goes Violetta, and then Ondine is up next. So just so you know.
So, for my bonus action, I can't really do much. So I will slowly take off, or I guess I wouldn't be full. I would secure my backpack, very gingerly, up in like a nearby branch so I know it won't fall or whatever. And then I will go ahead and drop to the ground
As your movement.
as part of my movement, but I'm hoping to do some monk stuff and like jump and like get on. Like, how far can I like jump and like land into
Melee with the rider.
kind of, yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics is 22.
Yeah, you make it in.
I rolled another natural 20, by the way.
Yes, you make it within melee range of the rider, who looks a little scared because you were hidden
Miriam.
and you just launched from the tree and
In
landed
enters
in
the
melee.
golden snake.
Dopeness. So, if everybody would like, I don't know if Josh would allow this, but if now that I'm in the daylight, I'm assuming, if you guys want to attempt to make another perception check, there's a little bit more detail to my character, but that.
If you want to make a perception check, do so now.
I noticed nothing.
Okay.
Or forever hold your peace.
Okay. Neither one of them rolled anything. Okay. That brings us to Violetta, who is going to turn to the winged
Nice one,
Nelael.
Miriam.
Violetta is going to turn to the winged Nelael and attempt to charm them. So that means the winged Nelael makes. Oh gosh, this is not looking too good for them.
It doesn't go well
Teacher?
for her.
Josh,
Yes.
do I recognize the smoky thing?
Smoky thing?
I fought Nelael. That's where my dagger came from.
Yeah, these are Nelael, you gather.
Okay.
I have
Not
no idea
the
what
rider.
these things are.
Not the rider. The rider is not a Nelael.
So everything is Nelael except for the rider and the mount.
Yes.
Great.
Of varying
Terrific,
forms.
awesome.
Okay.
Right.
So they've rolled a natural 20 on their save. And they even have a -1, and that succeeds still. So that does nothing, but they do take half
Rip the
damage.
dream, man.
So 2 points of damage to the winged one.
And she rolled higher than a 1? Dude.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. She only ever rolled a 1 on damage.
That's fair. She rolled really crappy on damage usually.
I will say just for the record that when I lead from the tree, you guys would notice that I'm carrying a quarterstaff now. Like, that's a.
Okay, Ondine.
Yes.
I'm looking at the bad guy and you just go, pew, past me. It's like, whoa.
I am going to throw one of the darts that I took. How many of the little orby things are there?
4. There's one right there, and then there's like one that's farther away, and then another one. Wait, yeah. There's one like farther away, one in front of you, and one behind
How far
you.
away is the farthest one?
Like 30 feet.
Okay.
I think
well,
darts are 20 to 60.
yeah, I'm gonna start with the closest one, and I'm just gonna chuck a dart at him.
Okay. Roll an attack on the tiny little orb.
I don't have any.
I'm gonna assume a 21 hits. It's a modified 21.
Yes.
Natural 21.
First of the campaign.
Let's go,
Alright.
baby.
So that's gonna be 6 damage.
It just... Psst.
Yeah.
It's gone.
What?
The black orby thing that was next to Ondine.
Baned one or not?
Yes, that was the baned one. Okay. Is that all?
Is that
Oh, I can throw another one. I just don't add my proficiency modifier, right? Or no, just to damage.
Is that a thing?
Or-
I think maybe
You can make an offhand attack, but you do not.
Yeah.
You can add
Can I
all of
do
your
that
modifiers
with
to the attack roll.
Can I do that with a range, though?
Oh no, you can't. It has to be in melee.
I think it's melee. Okay,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
Okay, you're done. That brings us to Tyron, Declan, and Indigo.
I have a +3 to Dex if that determines the order better.
Okay, +3. Declan has a +3, and Indigo has a +5. So Indigo is going to go first. So Indigo is
Wow.
going to run up to the winged one.
Yes, she does. 1, 2, 3.
And she is going to...
Damn, that's all the way to 6th.
She's... Oh, wait, this is... Nope, not that one. It's this page. Okay, so she is going to make a unarmed strike against the winged Nelael. Okay. She rolled a 10, but that's a 17.
Oh, gosh.
And that hits. So she rolls... 1d6 plus 4. 5. So that takes 9 points of damage. And as her bonus action, she's going to make another unarmed. Wait, actually... No, she has a multi-attack, so she's going to make another unarmed strike.
Jeez, she has a multi-attack?
With a natural 20.
Hey, you get it, girl.
And she... So that's...
Well, if she's a monk, she can make a... Is that what it was? Or is that just...
She's... Yeah, she has multi-attack, like... Okay, so she rolled a 6, so that's 12 plus 4, so 16 points of damage. And she just
She's a way better monk.
punches... As she punches it, it just kind of like goes back, its wings come forward, and it just starts to fade and just clouds and disappears.
Does it drop anything?
No,
a
it does
dagger,
not.
Like any... Just... Okay, gotcha.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Okay. And then, let's see, she's going to run over to one of the Orby things and make her bonus attack. And she has...
Oof.
She has 40 feet of movement, so that there's no problem with that. She's going to make an attack
Nice.
against that. That is a 22 against... Yeah, it hits it's an AC of 10. Actually, by default, she obliterates it. It's gone. Because her +4 would kill it, so... And she also rolled a 3, so it's definitely dead. Okay, that brings us to Declan. So now, currently, there is the guy on the panther. There's an Orby thing that's over here. There's the ghosty thing over here. Yeah, that's it. It's those 3. So he is going to... Or actually, Tyron, do you want to go first, or you both have a +3 to Dex? He will let you go first.
Great. I am going to. I really wish I was 6th level. Gosh dang it. Hey, I'm healed, right?
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
all took a long rest between your one shot and now, so you all have all your hit points, all your spell slots back. All
Okay,
your
I'm just gonna get rid
Charmaine
of that
points.
then.
Yep, I knew what you meant.
All right.
I keep calling him that too.
Well, some people have spell slots, some people have Charmaine points. It's kind of varying.
That's true.
Okay.
So I had my inner half drawn. I'm gonna look around and I hear the shattering and I hear the little like wisp of smoke die and I look around, I see the Nelael go away and I'm like, these people might be useful to keep around. And I shoot at the rider.
The rider. Okay, so make an attack.
18 plus 7, 25.
Yes, that hits.
7 points of piercing damage. How far away from him am
I? You're about 40 feet away from him.
40 feet. How far away am I from the ghosty dude?
How many points of damage was that? 7.
7.
Okay. From the ghosty dude, about 20.
I'm gonna move 10 feet towards the rider.
10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, just so I'm 30 feet away from both of them.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else?
I don't think I have anything to do as a bonus action, so I'm just gonna reload.
Okay. So Declan is going to move forward toward action. Yeah, he's gonna move. No, he's gonna hit the ghost. So he's going to. He kind of like pulls back his hand and like an orb of light kind of forms and he throws it with a 14 plus 6, a 20 to hit Ghosty. Where's the ghost stats? Okay. Yep, that hits. And he does 1d6 plus 3. So 7 points of damage to the ghost. And that brings us to... Did I say 7? Yes. Okay. And the... It looks like that radiant damage hurt it a lot. Okay. So now it brings us to Azura, and she is going to turn and cast Sacred Flame on the ghost. Okay, and a Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw, if I am not mistaken. Okay, so ghost, that's an 8, and does not... Stop opening. Ugh, I keep hitting the wrong thing and opening my File Explorer. Yes, that does not succeed. So it takes 1d8 radiant damage. And that is a 7. And with that, 7, making it 14. The ghost, unlike when most of you have killed one of the Nelael and it just kind of like clouds away, it like burns and smokes and then like just disappears into like ash. So you are definitely sure that that one is 100% dead. Okay. And now it is Cyrus's turn. Okay, so he is going. Someone. Yeah. Yes, Cyrus is the writer. Okay, so he is going to move.
You named your bad guy without us asking him. Huge mistake.
It really doesn't tell us anything.
It really doesn't.
Well, it's
Okay,
also player
so
knowledge versus character knowledge.
So he's going
I know I was
to.
being a buttface.
So the dark puma is going to carry him forward about closer to Tyron, and he's going to get off, and he's going to turn kind of transparent, and he's going to walk straight through Tyron.
Oh.
It is an ability thing. Okay. It's just automatic damage. Tyron, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Excuse me?
Okay, so did he move out of my melee?
Yes, so you can make
So
an
is that
attack
an
of
attack of
opportunity.
Get him, boy.
And I'm attacking with my quarterstaff.
Are you attacking him or the mount?
Oh, that's a good point. I'll just attack him. I mean, he's
Okay.
controlling the thing, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. So it's a 21 to attack.
It
to hit.
hits.
So 9 points of bludgeoning.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good hit, good hit, good hit.
Yeah, I just turn around and just
Nice.
smack him.
Okay.
Right across the back of the shoulder blades. Just...
And he continues on.
That hurts a lot, by the way.
Okay. Yes, that is the end of his turn. Yes.
Does it look like he was coming towards me or I was in his way?
He kind of looked at you and then just walked straight through you. No.
Cool, so I was in his way.
He's not walking towards any person in particular. He just walked through him. Probably to give him damage.
That's not very nice.
Okay. So that brings us to the remaining orb. So the orb is going to move 30 feet and make an attack against. Let's see who. Ondine, I guess.
Right.
13.
That does not hit.
It just kind of like, and you just kind of like scoot out of the way. It just goes like whoop, and
That
it
was
just
cute.
like you just kind of see it. It just like it just kind of like spits like a little bit of energy, like it's kind of pissed.
It's like the trainer drone in Star Wars, but it's like attacking you, like trying to hit you. And you're just like
Okay.
go away.
And that brings us back to Fist's turn.
Okay, so how far away did the thingy go away?
So, Tyron was 30 feet away from him, so he went forward like 20 feet and then dismounted and then walked through him. So the mount is within 20 feet of you. He is about 20, 30, so he's about 40 feet away.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and run up to the mount, I guess, and make an attack against it.
Okay.
That's my third natural 20.
Oh gosh.
You weren't
So,
prone.
Jesus.
That hits.
but it's okay. I rolled a 1 on my damage. Okay, so it's
Dang it.
so it's 5 points of bludgeoning off the bat.
Okay.
And does stunning strike work with like my bow staff attack, or does that have to be with my fist?
It has to be with your fist.
Okay, then with my bonus action, I'll make my unarmed attack, or my
Is that
Okay.
a homebrew thing that it only has to be with your fist? Because normally you can just stunning strike with the weapon.
I thought it was just an you have to. It's an unarmed
well,
attack.
it is a monk weapon technically.
You can hit, and then it your flurry of blows and your like anything other than a multi attack has to be with your fist. But you can do stunning strike with any monk weapon.
Why do you have stunning strike?
Because of the way of the open hand.
Because he has key points.
Oh, okay. I'm going. That's a 5th level thing.
I have the open hand technique.
Okay.
So I have flurry of blows,
So you're
strike, and step of the wind.
So you don't have stunning strike. You have the open hand technique. You don't have stunning strike and open hand technique are different. So with an open hand technique, whenever you hit with a flurry of blows attack, you can either make it prone on a failed dexterity, push it 15 feet away from you on a strength saving failure, or or it can't take reactions until the end of its next turn. You don't have stunning strike. That is a 5th level monk thing.
Okay.
Oh, but it
Then I'll
is
just go
but it
ahead
is
and
with a
do-
melee weapon attack. So just for reference. So you can do that with your quarterstaff at 5th level.
Okay.
So then I guess then I'll just do flurry of blows then, if that's a thing. So
So just 2. Is it just 2 additional?
Yeah, that's 2.
And is that counting my offhand attack with my bonus action?
It makes your 1 offhand attack 2 offhand attacks.
So then, for reference, this is like a knee and an elbow strike, or is it with
It's
my
just
quarterstaff? Still?
anything with your body. Like
But I'm going to be dealing.
It's an unarmed strike.
Yeah, your flurry of blows has to be with some part of your body that
So
your weapon is only your main.
I rolled a different dice this time, and I rolled a natural 20. But then I made up for it because the other one rolled a 4. So only one of these.
So
is
one of them
probably
hits.
gonna hit. Okay. Then I will do 7. Yeah, 7 points.
Okay. You look. It looks like it kind of hurt it, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems fine.
And so I hit with a flurry of blows. So then now one of those things kicks in. Or
You can either. Okay, I just had it. You can either make it not have reactions, make it make a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw. On the strength one, it's pushed 15 feet away from you, and on the dexterity one, it's knocked prone.
I'll just take away its reactions for now. Like to do that.
The reactions. Okay.
Sorry, I should be saying this out loud. I just took away its reaction.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Okay. That brings
I like
us
to think that one is just like you hitting it around its eyes, so it's like
to Violetta, who is going to move
Yeah,
towards.
I just like three Stooges and I'm just right.
She is going to move and attempt to charm the last orb. And that orb is going to make a charisma saving throw, and that's a 3. So it takes 1d8 points of damage. That's a 1. Seriously, Violetta is keeping with her skill. So they
she's
are
not very insulting.
So it did not kill it. So it just looks a little pissed. Okay. That brings us to Ondine,
So that was the Orby.
Kalina's daughter. Yes.
The orb's not Kalina's daughter.
No, the orb is not Kalina's daughter.
No, I was asking a reference question because I've only met Violetta once, and it was
Yeah,
impassable.
I was like, very
Oh, true. You haven't really actually met her like the other two have.
Okay, so she damaged the orb, but barely.
I mean, like, it took 1 point of damage, so like
Okay.
it kind of like gave off another
It's a
like
quarter of his health.
and it's like pissed.
Yeah.
If
How does the
sprites
orb
can
look
rage,
pissed?
it looks like it's just because it's almost like a thing of black like flame, and it's just kind of like just enraged. If it was a
Have you seen Howl's
barbarian,
Moving Castle?
no.
Oh, never mind.
So disappointing.
You should watch it. It's great.
What's it called?
Howl's
Isn't that an
Moving
anime,
Castle?
right?
Yeah, it's Studio Ghibli. It's really good though.
Okay.
But there's like he's like a fire sprite. His name's Calcifer. So I was trying to reference that, but it didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Because
probably similar to that.
watched it.
Anyway, so it's kind of like it's just like it's really pissed. It's like kind of like shaking and it's like anger. And if you've seen it, it just has like it's like this smoky blackish thing, and it just has these little like beady eyes that are just pure black. Okay, Ondine, it is your turn. Okay.
Oh, we're both looking it up. I was like, that's not the picture I pulled up.
At the exact same time, too.
Anyway,
Yeah, I feel like I'm like off on like I'm behind. You guys seem like you've seen these things before. I'm like, cool.
I haven't seen it. I just looked it up on the internet because she said its name.
No.
so I was
He
able
means
to-
the things in general.
Yeah, I'm saying Fist is actually like behind the curve because I've never seen this.
Okay, so the Orby thing is still there.
Yeah.
There's one shadowy dude, and then the big main guy in his.
No, the shadowy dude is
that's what.
like he's dust.
He's
A sacred flame fizzled him.
Yeah. Okay. That guy does not look nice.
You are about 20 feet from him.
Okay, so he's not like right next to me.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't want to waste anything I don't have to, so I put the darts away and I pull my crossbow off my back and I loose a bolt at him.
Okay.
And with a natural 1, I definitely don't hit.
It just goes into the tree, which he is standing near.
I'm sucking away all the energy. And
Actually-
she's getting all my bad.
On a natural
Curse
1.
you, Jacob.
Is there anyone behind him?
Justin, and he's technically incorporeal, so roll a d6 on a 4, 5, or 6 you hit Tyron.
So do I think that I missed because I rolled a natural 1, or do I think that I missed because it just...
He jumped out of the way, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but he was standing in front of, yeah.
Like you jumped to a new spot.
Did you roll a d6?
I have a feeling she might have rolled a 4, 5, or a 6.
Ah, dang it. Welcome back.
Oh my gosh.
That was like the perfect time too. It's like, did you roll? And she's just like silent and then just disappeared.
No, my screen.
I ran away. I did not.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Just whizzes right by my
Okay.
ear.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay. So, where were we? Ondine,
Somebody
you
was
just
going.
shot, right?
Yep, and I missed.
And nearly killed me.
Oh,
Jeez, dude.
piffle, I missed.
And you have lots of hit points.
I know.
Okay.
Wait, Ondine has lots of hit points? Is that a thing?
I do.
All three of you have pretty much a lot of hit points.
No.
Oh, I mean, I haven't taken damage, so.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
it is Indigo's turn.
I was like, that's you, buddy.
Well, no, I'm looking at what she wants to do.
Yeah.
She's going to... Oh, wait, is that a bonus action? Yes. So she turns, and she kind of pulls her hair over and kind of hikes up her shirt a little bit, and then just beast shapes into a panther, and she's gonna run at the mount, which is 20 feet. So she's gonna hit it with
Joshua really likes panthers.
I love panthers. Okay, she just hit with a 25. 25. So that's 1d6.
With everybody being able to do everything cool.
8 points
I
of
have
slashing
done it
damage
this
against the
That's fair.
mount.
It only makes sense that when Josh is a player, he can't hit anything or do anything, but then when he's a DM, every NPC can do whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not wrong.
And then
that is very convenient.
that means the mount must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. And
Panther
it's
be panther.
22. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's not prone.
It's not prone. So she doesn't get her second attack. Okay. And that brings us to Tyron.
Okay. So
Lay on the pain.
I saw this guy just walk through me. And I went, ow. And I turned around and he dodges an arrow or an arrow just passes through him.
Dodged it.
He dodges one.
Great. How far away is the panther from me?
There's 2 panthers on the board
The
now.
bad guy.
Okay.
The big panther.
10 feet.
Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna Fist is in melee with it, right?
Both Indigo and Fist are in melee with it.
Oh, we're both in melee.
Great.
Like, we're in melee?
They're
Are we
flanking.
flanking? Oh, that's probably why she rolled a 20.
Dang it! I was gonna
No.
flank.
That was a straight roll with an 18.
Roll another one, see if you get a
That's a
critical.
17.
So I can't flank because he's already being flanked.
Yeah, you can't flank the mount.
Is incorporeal dude in melee with anybody?
No.
Why can't he be?
Because flanking
requires melee.
Actually, he's in melee with you. Like, he's facing away from you, but he is in melee with you.
I thought you said he was 10 feet away from him.
That's true.
I'm 10 feet away from the panther.
You're 10 feet away from the panther. Actually, you are 10 feet away from the from
So
him.
I would have gotten an attack of opportunity as he moved through me then.
Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Retroactively?
Wait, okay, for point of reference, why did you say there was 2 panthers on the field?
Because
Because
Indigo's a
somebody-
panther.
Indigo turned into a panther.
Oh, Indigo. For some reason, when I first thought that, I thought you said that the bad guy turned into a panther, and
No.
I was really...
Indigo, who I have no idea.
Okay, yeah. So just out comes the rapier over the shoulder, and I strike out at him with a 20 to hit even.
That does hit.
Yay. 6 points of damage.
It looks like he didn't take that much damage.
Because why wouldn't he take that much damage?
Okay, it's now your actual turn.
Yeah. That was some information that's sure. That's
And you
helpful.
did piercing damage, right? Is that what it
Correct.
was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire.
Get it.
Do you have the stats of Fairy Fire, or do I need to pull that up?
Dexterity saving
I
throw.
yeah, hang
of
on. I
11.
have a card for it.
Oh, true.
It's real easy. It's a dexterity saving throw, DC 11 for me.
12.
12 for both of them, because I'm 10 feet away from the panther and I'm 10 feet away
Okay,
from the
so
dude.
the bad guy rolled a 12. The bad panther.
It's each
Rolled a 10.
object in a 20-foot cube within range is
Oh,
outlined
right.
in blue, green,
Okay,
or
so
violet.
I would hit Indigo, and I would hit Fist, and I would hit probably even hit Ondine.
What? Well, where you put
Ondine's
a point that I choose. So
Yeah.
I choose to hit the panther, so it'll go 20 feet past the panther, and it'll just get to the dude.
Yes, but I need Indigo and Fist to make dexterity saving throws.
Yes, those as well. You only have to beat an 11.
Oh yeah, I
But
totally,
would that
I
hit them
totally
because
succeed.
I'm 20 feet away from the guy, probably on the opposite direction. If you were
No, because the panther's over
yeah.
here, and I'm here, and the
Okay.
bad guy's here. So if I hit the panther, then the bad guy's 20 feet away, and he's still within the cube, and you're this way.
Yeah, you're fine.
okay,
This is so
It's not-
much
it's not
harder
set-
without a battle map.
I know. It's not centered on the bad guy. It's centered
Yeah.
on the person who's farther away from you. So Indigo rolled a 6, which makes her 11 succeed.
Cool. So you guys watch,
And I have a
as
23.
Okay,
So.
yeah. So
as I kind of take my rapier and I stick it point first into the ground, and I pull my hands together, and I mutter a couple words, and then I just spread my arms, and what looked like a bunch of like fireflies just like fly out and then attach to, you said, the panther, and that was it because everybody else succeeded. Yeah, and then just like attach themselves to the panther.
So
yeah, all attacks against it have advantage.
yes.
Which, and I
ironically,
run...
the attacks against it already had advantage, so
Double advantage.
Right, but now I'm gonna move up to melee. And is that an action to cast? I forget. Jake, is that an action to cast for a bonus action?
Hang on.
Or is it an action or a bonus action for me, Josh, if it's different?
Okay, let me pull up
Fairy Fire
stats.
is an action casting topic.
Fair is in turn for him, then I don't know.
Yeah, let me pull it up, and we're gonna say it was an action because I think. Well, let me see. Fairy Fire. Once per long rest, it's like as an action. So that was your action. Do you want to move within melee of the mount?
Yeah, I'll move within melee of the cat.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so that brings us to Declan. Declan is going to... He sees there's a lot of people on the panther. He's gonna move into...
We're just squad knifing it at this point.
He's going to move within range, within 30 feet of the bad guy, and throw another sunbolt at him.
Sunbolt.
With a natural 20. Which does hit. So that's 1d6. So 8 plus
Watch us
3.
never get another natural 20 this entire campaign.
So 11.
I'm expecting it.
Was it the panther or the big baddie?
That was the big baddie. Okay, that brings us to the big baddie. Yeah. And he's going to turn to Azura.
Who's Azura?
Ooh, she's one of the priest people.
Okay, so he turns to a priest person. For my
For your reference, it is a priest person. Also, if you're gonna talk, anyway. So we just get my side of the conversation. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Oh yes, I'd like to clarify. Fist has not said anything. No words. Okay, so he is going to turn to Azura, and as his action, he is going to say, Karasta! And Azura is going to transform. You see her, like, eyes go...
Was that an attack?
No.
Mike.
Was that an attack?
No, that's his action again. Like, he's taking this action. It's not an attack.
Well, Bane just doesn't work at all on this.
I will... It does nothing.
Don't you patronize me, you little turd.
It does nothing at all.
A D20 has to be rolled to hit.
Yeah, it was
I know,
not a
that's
hit.
why I keep clarifying.
So,
I'm like, what the heck?
You see an Azura who's like kind of like has a blonde hair braided down. Her eyes kind of, they don't turn black, they just become sunken. Her like area around her eyes becomes super ghostly. She starts to turn, like, she didn't seem super athletically built. She starts to kind of form into a creature of some sort. And like her muscles are like now like straining like everything that she's wearing. And she kind of like prepares to strike. And then as his bonus action, where'd he go? There he is. He is going to... He is going to cast... Nope. He's going to turn into a pile of rats.
Awesome.
Yep.
Wait, 7?
You kind of recognize these antlers
the
and
version
like...
of 7.
Okay, so now that brings us to
enslaving
Azura or
like,
Garastra. Garastra is going to cast...
That's not good, you guys.
Inflict wounds on... Closest person to her is... Ondine.
What'd you say, Jacob?
Well, I was gonna say, every time Josh does that, like, thinks because his camera is so low and he goes to look up, it literally looks like his eyes are rolling into the back of his head, like he's being...
Not good. Okay, a 8 doesn't hit you, Ondine, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
I know that spell.
Oh, Ondine
Yeah.
her. Oh crap! I thought that was an NPC. I'm not.
No.
Yeah, I was like, for a second there, I was like, who's Ondine?
Anyway.
That means she can touch me, so she's like right next to me.
At this point, yes. She moved into range with you.
And she looks like she's been hitting the roids.
Okay. That brings us to the sprite. Who is flanking Ondine at this point and is going to make another really angry attack.
Go for it.
No. The mount is on the same initiative as the bad guy. It just moved during its turn for last turn.
It moved out of my melee?
They moved as one unit.
The Panther did?
The bad guy just went. What did
the bad guy dismounted to attack Justin, right?
Yeah, but they were out of range by that point. When they were moving away from you, you made an attack at him.
Right, but what I'm saying is, for point of reference, I'm in melee with what? Because I've been hitting the mount.
Yeah, you moved within melee for the mount.
Right. So has the mount stayed?
The mount has stayed.
Okay, so the mount did nothing during his turn.
Oh, right.
Right.
It had its
That's
turn.
what I'm saying.
Thank you for reminding me to have it attack you. Okay.
So
Well, I mean, I'd rather have it do something than I'm just like, is this even alive?
You are beating a dead horse.
Okay. Well. Okay. Your funeral. Okay. It's going to flying leap at Ondine.
Me?
Now I
Yes.
feel bad.
You are
we all
with-
get attacks of opportunity. All three of us. Myself, Fist, and the Panther.
Yes. You all get attacks of opportunity. Ah, crap. That
Y'all
camera
better
shut.
hit
That's okay. We'll
all
just
of
say
all
that
of them at
everything's
advantage
working.
because all of the fireflies are outlining. It's
That's fair.
18.
18 to hit.
I'm sorry, 16. 16. I'm sorry because I'm hitting with that rapier.
It does hit. So we're going to just go one by one. Your damage is...
Right? Tyrants?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to you first.
8.
8 points of damage. Okay. Fist.
I rolled a 18 for a total of 23.
Yep.
So I rolled a 1, so that's going to be 4 points.
Okay. And then Indigo is going to make an a claw. She's Panther. And that is a very high roll. Okay. Well,
Come on,
from what
get
you
a
can
hat
tell,
on and do
multiple
this.
monks are here. There are 3 monks on the playing field right now. Okay, so that is 8. An
Jeez,
additional
dude.
8. It's fine, by the way. That's 20 and 20. Yep, it's fine. Okay, so it's still going to make a flying leap attack at Ondine, who is the only creature that is within 20 feet that is hostile to it.
Excuse me. All of us, all three of us, myself, Fist, and what's her face? Indigo are all within 20 feet and are hostile.
No, like at
No, like
20
at
feet.
Right.
Okay.
It's
That's
making
what I
a
thought,
flying
but
leap
you
attack.
said something that didn't make sense, so I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so that is a claw attack against Ondine. That is crap. A 9.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
I feel like they're ganging up on Ondine. Did anybody
To be
else get
fair,
that?
though, I mean, it probably didn't attack very well because 3 people hit it simultaneously as it was trying to roll.
And then it rolled a 3. Yep. Okay, so that brings us to the sprite's turn. So the sprite is now flanking, is going to make an attack against Ondine.
Yeah.
With I think it's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Yep.
Dude, this is awesome.
It
She's
is-
You're just
untouchable.
standing there
It is absolutely pissed. It like triples in size.
She just does the little Irish jig.
Okay.
That's just river dancing in front
And
of it.
with its patheticness, it takes 1 point of psychic damage because
Oh no, you...
anyway.
Oh.
After that many hit misses.
Yeah. Okay, that brings us to Fist.
Get him, boy.
Okay, so how far away is Big Baddie?
He is 20 feet from you.
Okay, 20 feet. And he's not, like, in melee with anybody yet? Or
No, because Tyron is melee with the Puma, so...
Was melee.
well,
with
we
Well, yeah.
were all melee with
the
the
Panther's
Puma.
now 25 feet away.
So
20 feet
no,
away from me.
no one is in melee with him.
Okay, well then I guess I'll just run up and hit him in the face.
So am I basically like surrounded on 3 sides?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. Actually, the puma it jumped in. Is it possible for me to gain flanking with my
You
40
don't need
feet of
flanking.
movement?
Oh yeah.
To get advantage.
Oh, that's true. It's very far. Oh, well, I'm just yeah.
You could flank the big baddie.
But he's not in melee with anybody.
He's in melee with me.
Oh, he is. See, I asked that. The big baddie's in melee with Ondine.
No.
Wait, then who are the 3 people around me? Oh, that's right.
Oh, the other
Yeah,
chick.
there's
Yeah.
Garastra,
Okay.
the Sprite, and then the Puma.
Yeah.
So, and who just hit this Ondine chick that I don't know?
No one.
Nobody.
Oh, that's true. She's invincible.
Not because I can't
So
like I have a high AC or anything. This is the lowest AC I've ever had.
so then I will see that she's getting pretty well. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and run up and smack that big old cat on the butt because he just ran away from me, and I'm kind of I'm just kind of PO'd.
Okay. Make an attack.
18.
Yep.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did roll with advantage. 8 points bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I will knee it in the face with my bonus action.
Okay. Was that with advantage?
That's even worse. Ooh. 13?
Just hits.
So, like, my unarmed strike. I'm saying I'm hitting it with my knee, but that would count as, like, a fist attack, right? Because I'm unarmed. Okay, cool. So, yeah.
It's
5 points.
Okay. It looks a little hurt. Like, it's taking damage.
I will go ahead and attempt to knock it prone with that strike. With burn a key point and try to knock it prone. You said the dexterity?
If you hit it with a flurry of blows. So you spend the key point
Oh,
to do
duh.
the flurry
Okay.
of blows. So you make one more attack.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I'll make one more unarmed. And is that in this, because it's still fairy fire, I'm still going to go with, okay. Then, yeah, 23.
Yeah.
And then another 5 points. And then dexterity save from him, correct? And it's the same as my DC, right?
Yes. And he just rolled a 10, so that's a 12.
12 is my DC, so he will save.
Okay. So that's 2 creatures that have tried to knock this prone. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is at the end of your turn?
Yeah.
That brings us to Violetta, who is going to attempt to charm Garastra. Garastra, okay, has to beat a 12, and she rolled a 13, so yeah, she's fine. But she does take half damage. So 3 points of damage to Garastra. Okay. That brings us to Ondine.
right then. So 3 on me. Where, like, approximately how far from me is Big Baddie, as we've been calling him?
I think we said like 10 feet away from Justin, 20, so it's like 10 or 15 feet, I think.
So, like, if I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a person here, here, and here, is he behind me, or is he on, like...
So there are 3 people blocking those 3 sides, and he's behind them.
Okay.
Your open side is away from him.
Okay.
So he's in front of you. He's behind
Yeah, I'm
your
just trying
attackers.
to figure out where. Oh, but it's 10 from me. Never mind. Okay. So, I'm going to turn to what's her name, who is attacking me, Azura. Sorry, love, but I'll heal you when this is over. And I am going to cast.
Oh, here we go.
Arms of Hadar. So, tendrils of dark energy erupt from the ground around me within 10 feet. And everybody in that area has to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, is that including me?
Oh, I guess you're within 10 feet of me.
So it will hit you. It will also hit Violetta.
Oh, she's in melee too? Sorry.
Well, she's just no, because I moved.
Wait, okay. Right, hold on. Within
Because he
10
would just
feet
be on
of
the
you.
other side of the panther. Because they would be 5, which is directly in front of me. So it would be 1
So you're
square
technically out of range. It's a large creature. It takes up 4 spaces.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it is. Okay.
So
never mind then.
So
So
he's
you're
out
good.
of range.
So the 3 of them take it, but no one else.
But you're casting it centered on her, yes?
Yes, it's on me.
Centered on you.
Yeah.
So
you cast
Violetta
it on
is
yourself,
not
and it's
next
a 10-foot
to you,
radius.
but she's in the next space. So she is actually hit by this.
So she is actually in. Okay.
Okay. And they must make
Sorry, love.
strength saving throw.
Yes.
So
and the DC is 15.
Okay, so starting with the Dark Puma. That is a natural 4, so that's not gonna that's a fail.
Okay.
Garastra is 13, so that's a fail.
Nope.
The Sprite, oh gosh, I'm sorry, Sprite.
Don't be sorry.
That's a 5. And then
just put it out of its misery.
where did she go? Oh, Violetta. No, please. Oh, that's a 20. Not a natural 20, but a 20.
Okay, modified. So she's
fine.
She'll take half damage, and she doesn't suffer the effects of it otherwise. So they're all going to take, except her, 2d6 damage, necrotic. And they can't take reactions until their next turn.
Okay, so, but she takes half damage, yes?
She takes half damage.
Okay,
yeah.
she's
But she maintains her reaction.
Yes, she is resistant to necrotic, so she takes half of that.
Violetta
She
is?
takes quarter damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on to you, Violetta. Okay, so it's not huge amounts of damage, but that's 6 points.
So Violetta takes 3, yes?
No, and then that's half.
Then down to 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's quartered.
She's like,
A
I'm
needle,
fine!
A needle, comes out and just, pokes her in the neck. She's like,
and then the other 3...
And so now they don't have reactions.
And the other, they take how much damage?
6. So not a ton of damage. But they have no reaction. So I'm going to use my movement.
Okay, and the Sprite took the Sprite took how much? 6 points of damage?
Yeah, so it's gone.
It just clouds away.
But yes, so I'm going to use my movement then to get away.
That's so cool.
Okay.
I just need them to fail so that they don't have a reaction.
Okay, makes sense. That's really smart.
I don't know.
I have my moments. Okay, so I'm trying to picture all of this. So I'm going to move.
So the Sprite's gone. So if you're here, there's 2 here. So 1 here and then 1 here. The bad guy's over here. Violetta's over here. Everyone else is over here.
Okay.
Except Fist.
I'm
who's right
going to move. I went to motion to your fingers. You can't see. So I'm going to move kind of if Violetta's here. I don't know if this even there. If Violetta's here, right? This is Violetta, and I'm right here, and there's someone in between us.
There's
I'm
not.
gonna try and.
Because you turn the sprite into dust.
She
so there's
wasn't.
nobody-
She was
So
also
the baddie guy
to your
is over
open
here, though,
side.
right? Yes. I'm just trying to get back at a slight angle away from the big bad guy. I don't want to get, I believe, within probably 45 feet of him.
You don't want to
But I
get
just
within
wanna-
45 feet of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
wanna
you're
kinda
moving
move
back in a kind of diagonal. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so that I'm
Got it.
away from all of them, but I'm also 45 from him.
Okay, makes sense. You can do that.
Okay. Yes. And that is my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Indigo, who is going to run and make another pounce on the Dark Puma. So that is a 24 to hit, which hits, and then they must make a strength saving throw, which is a 14. What is the key save? A key save is
I believe it's it's like 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. I believe.
okay.
I mean, I
Sounds
could be
good.
wrong. Mine is 12, which is what that equals.
Okay, I'm gonna say that fails. So, it is knocked prone, and she is going to make a additional bite attack, which hits, and that does 1d6 plus 5 damage, and that's a 1, so 6 points of damage to the mount. At this point, the
You are
mount
correct, Jacob.
is looking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's on its last.
Did she make both of those attacks with advantage?
No. That's a 15. That's a 4. No natural 20s.
All right. No crits. All right.
Okay. That's her turn.
Just farming for crits.
Yeah. Honestly.
Actually, she's going to use her bonus action to shift back into human form. Okay. Oh wait, no, because her bonus action was her pounce. Yeah. Okay. So she's not going to do that. She's still a panther. I forgot that pounce has a bonus action built into it. Okay. So that brings us to Tyron.
Looking like he's taking a lot of wear.
Who?
The panther.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it better. I swear.
Is the big baddie still incorporeal?
It's taken 52 points of damage. The big baddie is not incorporeal. He's a pile of rats.
Yeah, he morphed.
That's right.
Which reminds me, I need to get my rat stats.
I don't have any AoE or anything. Is that?
Nobody has grenades, right? Is that,
I would stop a
That's called a
grenade
sunbolt.
for you.
His turn has not come yet.
Fireball.
You just see rats. Just go.
I might have an option.
Gosh dang it! Everything takes a freaking action. That's really a setup spell. Okay. I'm gonna shoot at the beastie.
Okay.
So rapier goes away. Bow comes back up. Dang it. All right. 22.
That
I'm gonna
hits.
say dang it whenever I don't get a crit, especially with advantage. Gosh. 4 points of damage. Minimum, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Having fun now.
So I think
And
we've
then-
rolled a lot of ones today.
It is looking
I'm-
super hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna shift from where I am, 20 feet away from the panther, and I'm gonna shift like 15 feet to my right to kind of start to circle around the big baddie.
Okay, sounds good. So you want to be how far away from big baddie? 15 feet?
25.
25 feet. Okay, you do that. That brings us to Declan.
You know, it's funny. Every time you say Declan, like that's
Hard.
the name of my little cousin who's like 5.
Well,
I can only think of Declan.
I just. Oh yeah. I just hope that he becomes a spellcaster or something.
he's gonna run over to Garas. Yes. He's gonna run over to Grastra. No, within range and throw a sunbolt at Azura. That is a 9, which does not hit. So it just kind of like misses. But he's gonna make another one. That's a natural 1. Also misses. And then he's gonna use his bonus action to make another one, and that one will hit with a dealing 1d6 1d6 plus 3 radiant damage, so that's 6 radiant damage. Okay. It is now the big baddie's turn. He is a pile of rats, that is correct. Okay. So he is going to run 30 feet over to Tyron and make a...
He's like, oh,
You're 25 feet
I
away.
get it.
And he is going to make a bite attack. That is a natural 1.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Ha!
Huh?
Minus a D4.
That's true. It's a -2.
Yeah.
The rats.
Can he take damage? Can he take damage for that, please?
The rats just
Like,
all kind of.
-2.
How many points do they have of damage?
Oh my gosh! I literally almost forgot that he had Bane.
They all
I think
just
that's
kind
the
of
lowest
run
I've
and
seen.
like just tumble over each other, and they take like. They take
No, I got a
5.
0. Ooh.
They take 5
That's a
points
good
of
amount of
bludgeoning damage as they just smash into each other.
Bane.
They like
I-
squish each other as they try to clamber over one another.
Yeah, I have gotten a 0. I got a 0 in my one shot. But
That's
a
fair.
-2 is a new
That's
low.
a -2. Yeah, pretty bad. Okay, that brings us to after that. He's just gonna form back in. Use his bonus action to form back into his original
We
form.
defeated him mentally.
Dang right, idiot.
Okay.
Oh, he is going back into his form.
He
Yeah.
tumbles over himself in rats and he comes back up and I go,
Okay.
didn't go well for you, did it?
So Garastra, who is still in. No, she's not in melee with Amari, but she is close to the person who threw 2 sunbolts at her and then hit with a third one. So she's going to run. No, she's going to. Yeah, she's going to run over and cast Inflict Wounds on Declan.
Ow. It's a nasty spell if she can hit.
He rolled the pink die, guys, so that we might have a chance.
I hate this pink die.
Let's stop using it.
No, don't stop using it.
It doesn't do anything. It just kind of like he just kind of like tenses his muscles and like
Just,
the
like,
spell
tenses
just kind of
hard.
like dissipates, and he just kind of glows a little extra for the second. Okay, that brings us to the sprite is dead, so fist.
Ooh, okay. Where are my bad guys in relation to me? I'm still in melee with the mount because it's still alive for some reason.
Yes.
And
then behind you, about about 5 to 10. It's like 10 feet behind you is Garastra and Declan stand off, and then about, we're saying, 10 feet away from you is the big bad guy in his normal form.
and he
Actually,
is
no, because he moved, so he's actually 25 feet away from you.
and he is in melee with the Frenchman,
Yes.
who I know is French now because he spoke. And
Apparently, I'm doing my accent wrong because I'm not supposed to be French.
oh, it's totally French.
What is your accent supposed to be?
Yeah, what is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be Wakanda. It's not apparently not working.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's just French.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, you're white, so to do a black person accent is not
it's kinda
going to
hard.
be good. I mean, it's the reason I didn't choose Somalian for mine, or Jamaican at all.
That's fair. Very smart.
Okay, I guess so. He's in melee with Justin's character. What's his name?
Tyron.
Tyron. I need to remember that. And the Irish chick got out of the way.
Yeah. She's away. She's
I actually wrote down her name, so I should be able to remember.
35 feet away from you.
On Dean. Okay.
Oh no, Miriam!
And on Dean left, and there she is again. Watch, your stuff's gonna disappear now. Ready? Your screen's probably gonna feed off of it. So, dang it. Okay. So she's not okay. So I don't
Come hit him.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Would I be able to tell if, like, cause I saw him cast a spell that turned this monk lady into a.
He didn't cast a spell.
But
he spoke to her,
and she all of a sudden roided out.
Mm-hmm.
And the mount no longer has a reaction because of what Ondine did, correct? Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna run over and punch this big baddie.
Okay.
Well, punch him with my stick.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna run up in flanking then with him.
Okay.
And with a 22.
Yep.
You rolled at an advantage, right? I only heard one hit.
Yeah, I rolled. I rolled two dice at the same time.
Okay.
Then that will be 6 points bludgeoning.
Okay, 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'll just go ahead and make a single unarmed attack. So I'll come over. I'll hit him. Okay.
Ooh.
Please describe the last thing he sees.
Okay. Well, I'd like to. Justin's character, I think, said something like, "Well, that didn't go very well for you," or something like that when he tumbled over himself in rat form. Am I the first? Do I get the first kill of the group session?
Well,
the first big kill, I guess. That's
Before
true.
you get the first phrase.
That was his phrase, everybody. Good for whoever's watching this. Okay, so last thing he's gonna see. Well, it's more like the last thing he hears because he's gonna. Because I'm assuming I'm running up behind him, and so he just hears this, and then he may turn just in time to see me just leap, and I don't have a spear, but I'm just gonna jump up and just go right on his jawline with my quarterstaff. And then if it does kill him, it's gonna basically break his neck.
Yep.
Cool.
And he falls to the ground.
Okay, so that was 25 feet of movement, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so wham! I land after my little jumpy kick, like wha thing. Okay, I land. Look at him.
You
Look
did
at
the Brad Pitt over the shoulder, but
Yep.
with the spear.
I
done
pulled a
straight.
Brad Pitt. I straight up pulled an Achilles, man. Not the tendon, the
I was
character.
gonna say, don't actually pull it.
That would just suck.
That's
So I
called a
just straight
natural
up
one.
wham, yeah. So I kill that dude, and then I'm just gonna like look at him, and then look at the short dude in front of him, and just kind of like nod, and then just turn around and sprint back the other way for the rest of my 15 feet of movement.
You see, as you look at the small man, he kind of looks at him, and just why?
Why?
And
What?
you run away.
Oh, okay. And again, my character has spoken none words this whole time, and continues that practice. And we'll turn around and run. Can I get back within melee? With that, it was 25 feet away, so no, because I can only move 15 feet. Fine. Then, actually, you know what? What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say, do you want to move back or just hold?
I'll move. No, I'll move. I'll start to move back towards the creature, I guess, because. But I will cast. Yeah, may as well. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on the. I'd feel bad on the mount, I guess.
Okay.
Just for fun.
As he runs away, I just go.
You have those stats. I don't know what that spell is. Like, I don't know what it is.
Hunter's Mark allows you to do 1d6 extra damage.
It's like Hex. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that you make a dexterity.
Mike.
I think you make a dexterity save. I'm gonna check it.
Okay. Check that, and I'll make that save if necessary. Okay. So that brings us to Violetta, who's going to attempt to charm. Nope, her charms are not working. So she's going to run up to Garastra and make an attack. That is a 25. Okay, so she takes 1d4.
Never mind. He doesn't make any save. It just happens.
7 piercing damage.
It's one of the best extra damage spells ever because it just happens and it's a bonus action.
No. So he takes an additional. Oh gosh, this is not looking good for her. Violetta runs up to Garastra.
That's the big baddie.
And so the big baddie's dead.
Okay. He just got his jaw shattered.
The monk zombie person didn't revert back when I killed the big baddie at all.
No.
What's her name?
Azura.
Yeah.
Okay, so Violetta runs up and bites into the neck of Garastra. Garastra takes 7 points of piercing damage, fails her con save, and then takes an additional 12 necrotic. 13 necrotic points of necrotic damage. And that, let me check her hit points, is not looking too good. So that's a 10, 23.
She's a Kalistar, right?
23, yes. Yeah, and Garastra just kind of crumples and falls to the ground.
Oh, she's unconscious?
And in a similar fashion,
on the ground.
she clouds away.
Oh, she's not there anymore?
No.
Oh,
she didn't revert back to a monk person. At all.
No. Oh, that's real bad.
So now we just have the mount is still on the field.
Yes. Okay. So that brings us to Ondine.
Cool. Then Ondine is going to. What is she gonna do? Sure, why not?
Sure, why not drop a nuke on a guy with 1 hit point? Let's try it.
I mean, he has fairy fire, so you may as well throw something at him. Don't matter.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you said the health is super low.
Very, very low. It's like bleeding black liquid all over the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an attack roll, it's a save on there. Oh, no. What did I have? No, I'm gonna do it for flavor.
For flavor.
Okay, so it's within 60 feet of me.
Yes.
I'm going to look at the kitty, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna get its attention. And I'm just gonna be like, "Here, kitty, kitty. Everybody else seems to have left you. Nobody loves you, and so might as well die." And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery, and it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
It rolled a 4, so 4.
You know, it doesn't succeed.
Yes.
And it's gonna do 2 points
Just bleeds out of its ears.
of damage.
Well, I think you've pretty much described the last thing it sees as it just collapses to the ground.
Why don't you just die?
It had 2 hit points, I would like to point out.
Nice. So, are we out of combat at this point then?
You are out of combat.
We are out of combat.
It dissipated too?
No, it did not.
No.
It is there.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut that up
It's
later.
just a big bag of flesh.
Can anyone heal him? We need him for information. Why he did this? I'm gesturing to the big bad guy with the freaking shattered jaw. It's like, is there anyone that can help me wake him up so we can ask him why he did this, please? Anyone?
I mean, I can if we think that we weren't gonna have to fight him again.
We won't. Trust me. Just heal him barely past conscious.
So Fist is just going to walk over to the tree and like rest his quarterstaff up there, and then climb back up the tree and retrieve his pack that he left up there.
Okay.
And then like slowly. Oh, and just a point of reference, Justin, your character, when I ran up and was like fairly close to you, you noticed that besides my freakishly tanned body, which is, for point of record, completely just shredded. Like my guy is buff and cut.
Also, his passive, just so you know, his passive
perception
perception is 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's physical, you know.
Okay.
I'm right next to him.
It's just physical. And then you notice very briefly. The most of the reason you notice is because it's in stark contrast to my tanned skin. On my left upper arm, shoulder, there is a line of 4, like it looks like a deep gash mark of scars that are running, and you can't really see how far in they go. You just see them on the shoulder,
right
there.
You guys did notice, I forgot to mention this, there's a small burn mark coming up his neck and going like to the tip of his, kind of like right here, up kind of his jawline right here. I did forget to mention that. Both of you would have noticed that easily. Pretty obvious.
Ondine has no scars.
Right.
I like how you made that. I have no scar. Perfect skin. Just.
Yeah, I'm still like, anyone, please?
Right, as long as we're all prepared to finish him off if he tries to kill us again.
Just let me hit him. Trust me.
Well, I don't know you well enough for that, but okay. Okay.
I'm not paying attention. I'm rifling. It looks like I'm like digging through my backpack looking for.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Healing Word. Oof. Of course, I gotta give him max hit points back. He gets 7.
I immediately stab down into his neck, right where the spine would kind of
You
like
want him to talk, and then you just stab him in the neck.
The kind of like right here, I stab right through the neck,
And
going
the
for
clavicle.
the back. Yeah,
Are you doing your thing?
I'm doing my thing. So I assume he's at advantage
His
because he's prone.
thing.
Okay, let me pull up that stats just so I know. And that is 1 hour, yes?
Correct. Oh, what just happened? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a 20 to hit.
That hits. He's also prone and you have anyway.
I rolled exactly 7 damage.
So
That's how
he's
much you get
out.
him, right?
He's out.
No,
yeah.
no. He's dropped to 1. He's dropped to 1.
That's true. He is dropped to 1 and
watch as I
paralyzed.
stab down into his neck. You watch his entire body just goes rigid, and then I pull my rapier out. Right. Well, he will.
I mean, I didn't necessarily see that because, again, I'm looking in my backpack.
Right.
But
he will not be a problem for.
And that is 1
at
hour.
least.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. But I can just do it again and again because he's technically at 1 keep. Stabbing him in the neck.
on.
he gets his jaw shattered and then he wakes up and he gets stabbed in the neck.
Oh
And then
gosh.
He's just.
Also, is he going to be able to give us any information? He's got a broken jaw.
That's
okay, and so then as soon as Ondine says that, you see Fist walking back up with his backpack on and everything, and his staff put away, and he's carrying like scraps of parchment paper and a quill and an ink vial. And he walks up, and as he walks up, you see him take his fist and rub it on his chest, making eye contact with Ondine. And you see his lips mouth a word. If you want to make a perception check, or is this intelligence? Do you think?
We're gonna go perception, but Declan
It's
picks
kind
up
of-
on it.
Okay.
I only rolled a 10.
Okay. Well, you see his mouth and his lip move, but no sound comes out. You see his mouth, and you kind of get the sense that he mouthed like sorry, like when you said like, well,
Gotcha.
you know. if
And
he hadn't done
Declan sees
Mhm.
this and walks over and immediately starts signing to you.
Oh, okay, cool. And so he understands.
He understands what you're saying.
Awesome.
So he can now
Sweetness.
translate what you are saying to the
And
group.
so, okay, I will start signing to Declan.
Advantage of speaking all languages.
That's so cool.
He's half celestial.
So yeah. But you guys go about. So that's just the first thing that happened, and then now I'm just going to start talking with Declan really quick to like actually introduce myself and everything because I've never met Declan before.
Okay. So I would like to clarify that the paralyzed condition, they cannot talk or speak either.
I know.
Okay.
I paralyzed him for an hour so we can tie him up and like have him restrained later.
Okay.
I didn't want him at 7 hit points and able to move. I wanted him
Okay.
at 1 hit point and petrified or paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that you weren't going to try to talk to him.
Yeah, but
Petrified is
the thing
actually
about
different.
paralyzed is the thing about paralyzed is we can move his arms, but he can't move his body.
Petrified, he
We
turns
can
to
move him
stone
around.
pretty much.
Petrified, yeah, he is just a statue. So we can move him and tie him so that in an hour when he is unparalyzed, he's hog-tied as all get out.
Cool.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
So I assume because you can't talk to him, you're just doing this. This is what you're doing.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm gonna be looking for some pieces of rope, and I'm just gonna start tying him up.
Okay, Ondine, what are you doing?
I got 50 feet of rope. I'm going to drag him over to the tree.
You
Okay.
have rope right now.
Um,
I'm going to carry it in my pack.
Violetta is
Oh,
going
I didn't
to
bring my pack
look
with
at
me.
her 1 hit point of damage and then just move on. We will go to Declan and...
Did what's her name? Azura get normal?
No,
No,
she's
she
gone.
dusted.
Oh, it was
She didn't
her.
revert back.
She turned into Garastra and then she dusted when
that
she
was
died.
That's what you meant. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a visual
Rip
person,
the
so this is
priest.
hard.
I know, it's really hard because I don't even have visual necessarily. I kind of have a map of what we're looking at, but it's like this big, so super helpful. Okay. So Declan and you kind of go to the side and are communicating. So you're introducing yourself, and he can speak with he can communicate with you thoroughly. So whatever you want to
Okay.
say.
I'm just gonna introduce myself and explain why I've come to the temple.
Okay. And he's gonna tell you about the attacks or like the attack and the fact that the relic is missing.
Okay.
And
And then I'm gonna ask everything about the relic.
okay. The relic. Why is there an echo? Are you on? Okay. So the relic is the cloak of restoration. It has incredible power in keeping people alive, protecting them, and healing others. It went missing 2 days ago. And Ondine and Tyron and Violetta are here to journey with him beneath the city through the caverns to try to track them.
And the 2 missing priests.
Yes, and there are 2 priests that are missing, Leander and Miklaus. Yep. Leander. And then
What's the name of this temple?
the Temple
You
of
also are like
Darka.
quarantining together, so you can always get some of these notes.
Yeah.
Deep, like, specifics.
But yeah, so we'll go into all the specifics later. But that's the premise. So and he asks if you want to accompany them.
Yeah. I will lend aid.
Okay.
I think you missed the on button.
Well, you can't hear anything because nothing's being said.
I walked into that one.
I mean, unless you want to try to make an intelligence check to figure out and try to piece together what we're saying with our hands. So, and if you're looking, I don't know.
You're currently tying people up, so
Yeah. After I'm done tying them up, I take out my cool new dagger and I go to town. I'm gonna cut the rumps off the I'm gonna take most of the skin off of the cat, and I'm gonna take the haunches off of the meatiest parts, basically.
and you notice the dagger that you have, it's like giving off like a weird darkish smoke kind of energy. Like not like it's almost like it's just smoking.
Look around for a second. Okay. I flip it on its back. I just start cutting it up.
Okay. Are you harvesting meat for the purpose that I assume you are?
Yes.
Okay.
I am harvesting meat.
You
It doesn't
will
have to be
get-
pretty.
You will get.
I think I already had 3 days, right, from the deer?
Yes. So we're gonna say you get 12 days, but it will spoil within like a week. So it's really more like 7 days.
I'm gonna take. If I had 4, then I'm gonna.
That's
or
also a
3, I'm
lot
gonna
of
take-
meat.
It's a lot of meat.
So it's a
I
large
didn't mean-
creature, and you can't carry that much. So
Yeah, no.
Well, and
I'm
you
gonna
said
take.
you didn't have your pack.
Yeah. Well, what I'm doing is I'm taking the hide and I'm wrapping the meat in the hide.
okay.
So
How
I
many-
can. So
how
to make
much
a
meat are you
parcel. I'm
taking?
taking 3 days worth.
3 days worth of meat.
So
Okay,
now I have
sounds good.
6, and
Okay.
I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna feed the
First in, first
the
out.
panther first,
Oh.
because it's no. Never mind. I'll shut up now. Where's my
Yeah.
pencil?
I get you. Okay.
Yeah. Where the crap?
Um,
I'm so confused. Oh, there it is.
make
Like a mile
a
away.
perception check. Fist.
We should probably wrap up pretty soon, though.
Huh? You're gonna cast guidance on yourself. Okay.
Perception.
Yes.
24.
Okay. You see Indigo and
The panther one. Right?
the panther. She's in her regular form now. She looks kind of familiar. Like you recognize her from your hometown.
Do I really? Interesting.
No, the DM was lying to you.
I recognize her, but I don't know her. Or like it's weird because like I remember writing my backstory. I don't remember anybody named Indigo.
I'm not going to wait to talk until you take your figure off. Okay. She seems like you're like, I feel like I knew, like, you didn't know her, but like you recognize her from around, like, but she's like significantly older now. Like, you guys are probably about the same age, but you probably haven't seen her for like 12 years. But she does look vaguely, like, you kind of like squint and go, I think that might be her. Turn on the Declan.
Okay, fine. I'm going to ask Declan. I'm like, who is that?
And he'll tell you that's Indigo. She's a priest here. Well, a monk. She's second in command next to me.
Where did she like come from? Like, where was her home?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
And he says, she comes from another realm, Varagon.
Teacher, pick me.
Can I make like a history check to like, or like some sort of something to like see if to dig in my own memory to figure out who this chick is, or
No, with your perception, like it clicks. It's like she was involved, or she's the child of one of the families that lived in your area. So you weren't like super close with her, but you do recognize her as Indigo, someone that you have seen around frequently, but that was like 12 years ago.
So then I'll ask Declan, is like, did she come alone, or did she come with like people? Get it, Josh, get it. There it is.
I think I missed it too. Like,
And Varagon was where I was, correct?
you were in Varagon at one point, yes.
Okay. How many? That was. Crap. How many years ago was that?
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah, I have to go look at my backstory.
double check your backstory timeline.
I think it was like 4.
What did you say?
I asked Declan
If she came alone.
Mike.
I've just restated the question I asked earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
And he says no, she came with her family, but her parents have died since then.
It's fitting that the mute one has a mute mic.
Yeah. While they're talking, are you guys have by this time you've tied him up? Are you talking or gonna talk to anyone else, or is there anything else you need to do right now, or want to do? Right?
Yeah. After I do that, I'm gonna walk up and I'm just gonna stand like 15 feet away from Declan and I don't know if his name Declan and the dreaded dude, and I'm just gonna watch their conversation.
Okay.
Conversation.
Are you trying to figure out what they're saying, or you're just observing?
I'm trying to pick up. I want to try to learn this language because it's new to me, and I try and conquer whatever I come across that I haven't learned yet. So I'm gonna try and figure out gestures, any meanings behind.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have you make.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Make an intelligence check.
How did I learn 6 languages when I'm this freaking dumb? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I know 5. Never mind. What?
Well, and also as you're doing this, go ahead and make another perception check because you're getting closer to me and like you're actually like looking at me and what I am.
Okay, so
I forgot to mention there is also a dark green turquoise colored bandana or like sash thing that's covering my upper brow and a little bit of my dreads up here, and it's tight.
Okay, so my perception was 14 and my intelligence was 5. So I have a -1.
So your
So
perception
I don't
was
know the language at all.
your
I'm not
perception was a
picking anything up.
5.
No,
And
no. My intelligence was a 5.
Intelligence
So
was
I don't
5.
know.
Perception
I'm
was
not learning anything about the
The
language.
perception to look
14.
more at him was 14.
14.
What I see, Jacob.
At this point now, since which side are you coming up on in this conversation? Like which side of my person?
I'd be coming up on your right side.
Okay, so on my right side. So as you walk up, you notice a little bit more about what I'm wearing. There's my overcoat, the big long leather, which I said, yeah, it's a little big, but it's like reinforced leather, a little bit on like the shoulders. So like the shoulders like really stiff, and there's this really high collar that kind of folds in on itself, and it looks fairly worn, but not like too terribly worn. And there's like turquoise engravings and like embroideries on it, on like the corners and stuff. There's little tassels hanging off here and there. And then the thing that sticks out probably the most would be the sash that I'm wearing around my waist. There's these little strips of colored linen that are hanging off in different lengths, so it kind of like tapers down the more
Kind of like
closer
a Titan
it
mark.
gets. Yeah, kind of like a Titan mark. And you notice on my right side, on the shoulder, there's just lines of tattoos. There's just like runes, and there's like a circle band, and there's another like a bicep band here, and there's just different intricate runes that are carved in there. And then you see just where my linens cut off at the forearm, you see another like thick tattoo lines that come up to my elbow, but then you can't really see like what that would be. But there's just like a bunch of
So
stuff
which
there.
side does your sash taper to? Is it shorter at your spine and then comes longer at your hip, or?
It's kind of like it's longest in the middle, like so it runs straight down my leg. The longest, so like it'll run to my my knee.
Are the runes in your arm English, Alawelian Common, Mystic Varagon Common, or Dark Common? Any of those 5?
None of those 5.
Dang it! All right, never mind. All right.
Yeah, and then the one on the shoulder appears to be like, it almost looks like a compass, but then there's like different runes and stuff that are like embroidered around it. Like it almost just looks decorative. You can't really tell if there's actually like a meaning to it or not. Yeah. And you didn't pick up any language stuff, but yeah, a lot of moving.
I watched for a couple minutes and I walk up to Declan, as I am with him, and I go, "Can he understand words, or is this all?" And I just kind of wave my hands around a little bit.
And he turns to you and says, "No." Declan turns to you and says in Mystic.
Ooh.
So you understand this. Ondine, do you speak Mystic? Okay. So he says to you in Mystic, "I will ask," and he turns to you and then signs, "Can you speak or not?" And at this point, some other of the temple people have come, kind of congregated, and one of them, and Indigo, kind of walks up to you and looks at you and says,
To me?
"Yeah, to you. You are cursed, yes?"
She's what language did she say this in?
She's gonna say this in Varagon Common.
So who asked me the question?
Okay,
Did Declan
hold on.
ask?
Who speaks Varagon Common? Okay, so Tyron understands what she just said to him.
The problem with traveling is I'm always out of the loop.
Yeah. Who asked? Did Declan ask me a question, or
Declan asked, "Can you speak?"
So I'm silence. I'm gonna look at him and yes, but it's forbidden. And like tell him that's and as I saying it to him, I look to or the
Tyron. Yeah.
Mike.
No, he's gonna let Declan translate.
Wow, look at that! Freaking Miriam's picking up on the.
And so Declan passes this on and says he is forbidden to speak in Mystic.
And then I will turn to, what's her name?
Indigo.
What was her name? Indigo. I'll turn to Indigo and.
Just remember, we've got 2 colors of the rainbow, like right here.
Yeah, that's true. I'll turn to Indigo and.
Okay, we will go over that later.
So you just see Fist
So
turn.
Fist and Violetta, or not Violetta, Indigo kind. I screwed myself there. They kind of step away out of earshot and converse for a little bit longer.
But you don't see any movement of hands or
lips.
the utterance of words.
They're just staring at each other awkwardly.
They're just staring at each other awkwardly out of.
But you do see me like pull out papers and like rummaging through them like I'm looking.
And so Declan turns to Tyron. So we have him tied up. What is our next plan of action?
I think it will be to question him once he is fit to respond.
So in an hour's time. I don't say that. How long till he can answer? That's what I say.
Yeah.
We roughly kind of look at the.
I mean, like by this time, it's probably closer to like 40. Yeah.
45 minutes ish, somewhere around there. Declan, do you know if he is? Do you know if the dreads can write?
The dreads. Didn't he ask?
Is he forbidden to speak with his mouth?
And from your conversation, he goes, he is forbidden to speak with his mouth, but he can write.
Oh, that's handy. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you.
But you didn't ask him what my name was.
Oh, and yeah, no, I don't. I'm an idiot, and I walk back over to the dude that's tied up, and I wait for 45 minutes until he is not paralyzed.
Okay.
That's then. I'm not
during this hour's time, you see his skin starts to corrode and turn gray and splotchy, and it starts to kind of like open up and show like bone.
Can I end my effect?
You.
Can I tell if he's like?
I mean, like you could kill him.
No.
That would end your effect.
Can I end the paralyzed effect?
No. It is 1 hour.
You physically control from the sound of it.
It's not like a spell where you are controlling his paralysis. You did something to cause the paralysis, and it lasts for 1 hour.
That's fair.
If you want to kill him, like that will end the effect, but otherwise he is as he is.
No.
Does he look though like he's like dead, undead? Like, would I recognize given my?
He doesn't look.
Skills?
He doesn't look undead or like anything like that. It just looks like. Make a medicine check.
I am trained in that. 14.
14. It appears like his body is losing contact with life. But his mind and soul is the same, but his body is just corroding.
So it's just the physical
It's
body.
just the physical body. And it's kind of hard to tell because he's paralyzed, but
he's fine. He's just decaying.
You can see, in his eyes, he's still alive and he's still there, and he's not kind of. His eyes are still jet black, but it's not.
His source of life.
His source of life is still very strong, but it's not.
Right. The host is
He's
just
not like
decaying.
turning undead or anything like that.
No. I more was trying to figure out if I could cast Gentle Repose and prevent him from basically decaying and dying. But if he's not like, if what we need him for is still good, then I'm not worried about it.
I mean, like,
if you can prevent him from
if-
decaying to
if,
give him mouth and lungs
like-
to speak to us.
And
that'd
I
be
mean,
helpful, 'cause
technically, it's a corpse or other remains, but again, he's not really dead.
gentle.
not really a
gentle
corpse.
repose. That's what you're.
Yeah.
the
So-
one you barely got on.
It was just kind of a weird use of it.
It's caduceus, basically.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, yeah, it was that.
Dude,
I'll
I'm on
allow
episode
it.
96.
Okay.
I'll
I'm gonna
allow it.
ritual cast it because if I ritual cast it because of the feat I took.
Oh, right. Is that what you took?
I took that, so I can cast ritual spells without
Wait till 99, boy.
using my points.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
you-
cool.
And don't you cast it in half the time? What is
Well, I mean, this is usually a ritual cast is
10 additional minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So it takes like 5 minutes for me to cast or something. Your
Ooh.
thing didn't actually say it; just said I
That's
have
so
I
cool.
think.
Ritualistic. You can cast
it's
ritual spells without expending Charmaine points. I am thinking of something else, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm
So it takes her
thinking
10
I think
minutes
I'm thinking
to
of
cast your
a
spells.
different class that I was working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
either way, I just don't.
But
use
you can
my
cast it as a
spells,
ritual.
so.
So,
Okay. So yes. So I will prevent him from decaying.
okay. The decay stops. By this point, he's like his eyes, like around his eyes is kind of like really sunk in, like part of this side of his face is missing, and like kind of on his arms and legs there's just like spreading, like he's kind of like
And I've never seen anything like this.
No.
Okay.
None of you have seen anything like this ever before.
Well, I'm not even looking, so.
I know. It's getting redder,
Okay, so-
Jacob.
I will continue to have never seen this before.
But I think that's probably a good stopping point, and we can pick up with our questioning
Yes.
next time.
Yeah.
Because I
And
feel like that's going to go a really long time.
yeah. So
Nice.
It also gives us a chance to kind of think what we actually want.
yeah.
That was dope.
So we'll just say the hour passes and he kind of like his eyes kind of blink and he starts to like regain some mobility, but you've restrained him. He
At some
can't
point
do
in that
anything.
45 minutes, I would have gone, oh, I don't know the monk's name. And I would have asked for the monk's name.
The monk's name is Fist.
Awesome.
Okay.
Realistically, I probably would have tried to introduce myself, and you probably were just standing there like, yeah, that was a thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't have tried to introduce myself to the monk because that's not gonna end well because it's Anyway.
Okay. That concludes this week's session.